Then you put your little hand in mine. There ain't no hill or mountain we can't climb. I've got you, babe. I've got you, babe. Okay, campers, rise and shine. And don't forget your booties because it's cold out there today. Wait, hold on a minute. No, hold on. This is the script for the 1993 classic Groundhog Day featuring Bill Murray and Andy McDowell. You know what I'm talking about. The one where Murray keeps waking up and it's Groundhog Day, which is a nightmare for him because he can't get it to stop. Okay, well, playing at Rochelle Field and losing is what connects weatherman Phil Connors with Oliver Springs football. Tonight, the Bobcats make their fourth straight trip to Coalfield. Much like Connors and Punxsutawney, Oliver Springs hasn't had a lot of fun here in the previous trips. But I've got good news for Oz. Spoiler alert, Connors finally did enjoy his time. It just took a lot of character development before he finally woke up to a new day and new outcome. It's not so much character development that Tyler Harper's team is needing, but the time they spent between the first time Sonny and Cher's famous duet acted as the alarm at 6 a.m. and now could be reminiscent of how Murray's character used the time to grow and be better. And I think that's the case for Oliver Springs. In the two meetings a season ago, Coalfield outscored the Bobcats 106-0. Ouch. But in Week 10, just 4 weeks ago, Coalfield escaped with just a 20-13 win in a game both teams made plenty of mistakes. That would determine the seeding for the playoffs, which ultimately didn't matter too very much because it brought us right back here. The 1 and the 2 are doing battle again, but the winner of this one will have a home playoff game in the last game standing in the way of a trip to Chattanooga. Does Coalfield keep the calendar on February 2nd, or does the weatherman redeem himself to get to the next day so he doesn't have to hear that gosh-forsaken polka music in town? No offense, Weird Al. We'll find out tonight in our OEB Law Game of the Week. Day or night, 24/7. They'll be there to answer and give you a free consultation and get to work on your case immediately. You just got to dial 865-546-1111 or visit that website. You guys know the one, recintoacheck.com. That's OEB Law. I'm Aaron Harvey, joined by everybody's favorite Dan of all trades, Coach Dan Shoemaker. Oliver Springs proved that it belonged on the field in the regular season, but now it has to take that next step.
You are absolutely right, Aaron. It's one thing to get to that next level. It's an entirely different thing to stay at that next level. Oliver Springs can take that big step tonight. Coalfield stands in their way. Should be a great game.
Should be, and we'll preview this game, go over what else is happening in the quarterfinals in the area as well. Thanks to Elaine Walden of East Tennessee Properties. Coalfield fans, if you're looking to buy or sell a home, call or text Elaine. Oliver Springs fans, if you're looking to buy or sell a home, call or text Elaine. You know what, fan or not, if you have real estate needs, you can trust Elaine, who is a multi-million-dollar producer year in and year out. Her number, 423-619-6748. That's 423-619-6748 for Elaine Walden of East Tennessee Properties. Do it now because we're about to take a commercial break. And stay tuned for more of the Elaine Walden of East Tennessee Properties pregame show.
At OEB Law, our home is your home. And your family is our family. And down here, family takes care of family. Giving back and helping out whenever needed. OEB Law is proud to be from East Tennessee. OEB Law feels like home.
1952. That's the year Hammers opened the first store in East Tennessee. Now there are 5 stores and there's always something new. Like in Hammers' popular ladies boutique department, you'll find the lowest price possible on new arrivals every week. Find similar deals in the men's department and the expanded rug department. Plus, special purchases always offer surprise savings. You never know what you'll find next at Hammers.
This holiday season, we invite you to join generations of families who have trusted Ray Varner Ford in Clinton as their car buying tradition. Let us fill your hearts with joy in your driveway with a new Ford like this 2023 Ford Escape, $31,990. A 2024 Ford Edge all-wheel drive SEL, $41,980. 2023 Ford F-150, $35,654. Local you trust, a tradition you can afford. Ray Varner Ford, your East Tennessee Ford dealership.
The State Farm Personal Price Plan helps you create an affordable price just for you. Contact local agent Vanessa Brown for your personal price plan today.
Hey, conductor, how about something new? You played this last year.
Come on, get your head out of your sacks. We're trying to hear.
Well, I'm sick and tired of hearing your kid play the wrong notes. Where's my kid's solo?
At least you can see your kid. Why is my kid stuck way in the back?
The conductor only plays his favorite.
My kid heard that solo!
You saying I did?
Yeah!
Kathy May Martin has been making real estate dreams a reality for over 3 decades. Buying or selling real estate is one of the most important decisions you'll ever make. Choosing the right realtor is next. Thinking of buying or selling? Call Kathy May Martin at Coldwell Banker Jim Henry & Associates for all your real estate needs. Rest assured, with Kathy's knowledge and experience, you will be on the winning team.
And welcome back to the Elaine Walden of East Tennessee Properties pregame show. Elaine has a smidge under 10 years of experience in the real estate biz, and she did just a smidge under $10 million in sales a year ago. If you're in East Tennessee and in the market for a new home, you got to give her a call or text at 423-619-6748. Again, 423-619-6748. That's Elaine Walden of East Tennessee Properties. I'm Aaron Harvey, once again alongside Coach Dan Shoemaker. Coach, Bearden has had such an amazing season. In week 1 on Rivalry Thursday, we were shocked to see the Bulldogs leading West for about that whole game, but they lost. In week 2, the Shock made an appearance again as the Bulldogs led Alcoa for about the whole game, but they lost. That one showed that the first one wasn't a fluke. The team from West Knoxville was real, and we even got to see them defeat Oak Ridge at Blankenship Field. But then they played Bradley Central, who, unlike the first 2 teams, blew them out. It was never close with the Bears, ultimately getting the 46-14 victory. Well, it's the quarterfinals rematch tonight in Cleveland. Bearden has a defense that has been praised, and with good reason. Can they show up tonight? Because I feel like they're going to have to hold Bradley to under 20 or less to have a shot.
Yeah, I think you're right, Aaron. Defense will be a huge factor in this game tonight. I think Bearden will make some adjustments. They'll show up better than they did during the regular season. But Bradley Central is just too strong. Tennessee commit Boo Carter seems determined to make that trip to Chattanooga, and if needed, he'll put that team on his back to make that happen.
Boy, he is some kind of athlete. He can do it all. He plays defense, all-purpose yards. He's such a great contribution for that Bradley Central team. For the third straight year, Powell and West are meeting in the postseason. In 22, West won 28-21 in the semifinals. In 21, the Panthers won 35-7 in the semis. That team, or the team that won that game, won the state title. This time it's a quarterfinals meeting, but honestly, the winner could still win a gold ball. Another difference is the 2 teams met in the regular season as region opponents. This time around, the Rebels notched out the overtime victory 24-23 on October 26th. As a football fan, man, you got to be excited that this is happening tonight. West's only blemish is a loss to Alcoa 24-7. Powell had 2 early losses, but I feel like it had a lot to do with breaking in a new quarterback in Deuce Rogers and the wide receivers, because we saw them in week 1 against Anderson County, and they seem to be a much improved team from then. This one should be fun.
Yeah, I think this might be the premier matchup in Knoxville tonight. West scratched out a win that first time, and Powell played them nose-to-nose throughout that entire game. Overtime games are always tough to lose, but tonight I think it will be just as hard-fought. Both teams are hot at the right time. I think this one's too close to call. I think this is a toss-up.
I was listening to the Free Medical Clinic Friday Night Scoreboard show on the way back from our game last week, and Jesse Smithy called in. And of course, Jesse Smithy of 5-Star Preps, and he was talking about that West Powell matchup, and he said this time around he was going to give the advantage to Powell, so we'll see. He said that all the way last Friday night, so we'll see if that holds.
You know, it's hard to beat a team twice in the same season. I've always said that. So
it is, and those are 2 evenly match teams as well. So that makes it even harder to defeat that second team.
Absolutely.
A second time.
Absolutely.
The winner moves on to play in the semifinals, and maybe not against who they thought a couple weeks ago. Clinton had to feel rife with jubilation following its 24-21 win over Oak Ridge last Friday. Just the first win for the Dragons in that bitter series since 2009. It's the first time Clinton has been in the quarterfinals since 1992, and it's only the second quarterfinal appearance in school history. By the way, in 1992, they went on to play and lose in a state championship game. But the Dragons, even though they were a 3 seed in the playoffs and had to win on the road the first 2 rounds, their game tonight is at home, thanks to the TSSAA playoff rule, which gives the team on the top side of the bracket a home game in rounds 3 and 4. Their opponent is Walker Valley, and the Mustangs are really hard to get a beat on. Early in the season, they lost to East Hamilton on the road 17-10. I guess East Hamilton isn't bad, but the Hurricanes lost to McMinn County 46-20 and Oak Ridge 49-22. Those are 2 teams Clinton defeated to get to tonight. Now, Walker Valley beat a pretty good 6A Cleveland team at home 20-14. It also beat Lenoir City 37-11 just a week ago. But to win a regular season region title, the Mustangs barely defeated McMinn County 17-14, and that was in the middle of a Cherokee 3-game losing streak. That game was on the road. So based on what I could gather, I think Walker Valley probably struggles a little bit on the road, and I think that helps Clinton out quite a bit tonight. If I'm Lee Corso, give me that dragon headgear.
Not so fast, my friend. Well, I think Clinton is riding that wave of positivity we were talking about. Such an emotional win last week might be hard to get those guys focused this week. If Coach Keith can get his players back down to earth, get them focused on the task at hand, Clinton can very easily win this ball game. Playing at home is a definite advantage, but Walker Valley will score points, as will Clinton. I see a shootout tonight. Maybe the last team with the ball will be winning this game.
And that might be so. Clinton has had the ball last, and they have lost games by not having the ball last in just tragic ways. And I think that helps prepare them for tonight's game, and I think they've got a bunch of momentum, and that obviously helps as well. So I'm going to be curious to watch that score as the night goes on.
You know, that team, we watched them develop, because we saw them early against Oak Ridge. We saw them against Heritage. They have grown so much as the season has gone on, and that's what you as a coach want your team to do, to grow, learn how to compete, learn how to win. Clinton's there right now, I think.
Yeah, and I'm going to tell you something, because a lot of people don't get this side of it, but we were up there, we were breaking down after that Clinton-Oak Ridge game in Clinton, and on the field, there were some really hard disagreements among the coaching staff, and they were kind of getting at each other, and then you see that, and you're like, man, that right there it's indicative to the season that Clinton is having so far, because if your coaching staff isn't even on the same page, then it's hard for the team to win. But it seems they've gotten that cleaned up.
I think they have. Dean Smith used to call that a come to Jesus meeting that he would have with his coaches and his players back, with the Tar Heels. And I think they've had that meeting, and I think they've gotten their life, so to speak.
So I want to say thank you. We can't do this game without sponsorship, and we were able to get some donations and some extra sponsors tonight, so I want to go ahead and mention some of those. I want to say a big thank you to David and Melody Rivers, Greg and Melanie Addington, Judy and Charlie Slack, Jackie and Dwight Maston, Paul and Don Goins, and Joan Kolek from Michigan, and that is Waylon Burgess's grandmother. So we are actually Owasso, Michigan. And I'm glad that was pointed out to me, because that's a fun word to say, Owasso. Also, yeah, let's say pay our respects to Mr. Joe Jones, passed away earlier this year. That, of course, is our boss's father, and he watched every Friday night, and he was a big fan. And so I know that this Coalfield community is certainly missing Mr. Jones. So I tell you what, let's take a break. When we get back, we will preview a couple of the other games going on. And then, of course, we've got to preview this game tonight between Oliver Springs and Coalfield. It's quarterfinals action in our OEB Law Game of the Week.
Welcome to our house. The Free Medical Clinic of Oak Ridge presents New Year's Eve 2024 Countdown on Sunday, December 31st, 2023 at 9 p.m. to January 1st, 2024 at 1 a.m. Live band, food truck, hot air balloons, sponsored by Tennessee College of Applied Technology, Baird, the City of Oak Ridge, David Coffey, BBB Communications, and Holloway Event Company. Ball drop and fireworks. Come with your friends and family to count down the new year together. Don't miss it. Free to the public. For more information, go to fmcor.org.
Patterson's Appliances has been helping families like yours find quality home appliances from trusted brands including Whirlpool, Maytag, and KitchenAid for over 55 years. Our knowledgeable appliance specialists know how to outfit your kitchen or laundry room with the right appliances to meet your needs. We service what we sell with our own in-house factory-trained service technicians, and for the DIYers, our parts department is always ready to help customers find the appliance parts they need. Patterson's Home Appliances, because we care.
At OEB Law, our home is your home. And your family is our family. And down here, family takes care of family. Giving back and helping out whenever needed. OEB Law is proud to be from East Tennessee. OEB Law feels like home.
And welcome back to the Elaine Wald of East Tennessee Properties pregame show. Elaine, real estate agent serving pretty much all of East Tennessee, but especially Anderson, Blount, Cumberland, Loudon, Knox, McMinn, Monroe, Morgan, Roane, and Scott counties. If you need to buy or sell a home, give her a call or text today, 423-619-6748. That number right there on your screen, 423-619-6748. That's Elaine Walden of East Tennessee Properties. So, color us all shocked, but Alcoa is still alive in the playoffs somehow. The Tornadoes Tasmanian deviled the Roadrunners of Austin East last Friday, 47-6. Hold on a minute, though, because there was a fight, and two defensive starters were ejected from the winning team, so they were set to miss tonight. Alcoa appealed, and the TSSAA said they found no evidence that ejected player Brody Blankenship did anything to warrant an ejection, so he'll be back. But defensive linemen, they're going to be out a defensive lineman. But you know what? Who cares? It's Alcoa. Their second team could probably win a state title blindfolded, right? Well, normally, and that may be the case now as well, but I think this matchup with Gatlinburg-Pittman is intriguing. GP gets to play it at home, and the Highlanders are no slouch. If you look at the common opponents between the two schools, you get Union County, Kingston, Austin East, and Chucky Doak. Alcoa won those games by a combined score of 185-13, if you count only Alcoa's first meeting with Austin East, while GP won those games by a combined score of 222-36. That metric indicates that the Highlanders maybe should expect to win tonight. But let's put the brakes on for a minute, because all those games were blowouts, and the important thing about a blowout isn't really the final score, but just that it was a blowout. Of course, the reason being that the team blowing out can probably make the score as bad as they want to, but they'll normally sub and show some restraint after a certain point. The big outlier I can point to is GP's only loss was a 49-29 defeat to Carter. And are you going to tell me that Alcoa would lose to Carter? I don't think so. As much as I love seeing close games, I think this is probably a 4-score win for the Naders.
Yeah, I think there's going to be tornado warnings in the Gatlinburg area tonight. The Tornadoes have a strong tradition of playing well during the playoffs and making those runs. and I think tonight is going to be no exception. GP has some solid offensive skills. I don't doubt their abilities at all, but I don't think they're enough to overcome Alcoa. I don't think that the loss of the defensive tackle is going to be a big impact. They've got enough depth to make that happen.
I got to say, you're probably right about that. We're about to get set for our national anthem.
Featured performer is Mr. Keith.
So we will join in for that.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and the bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
National anthem tonight by Coalfield legend Keith Adcock. Always enjoy hearing that national anthem from him. He does such a great job.
He does. He really does.
So I want to touch on this. Last week we saw Anderson County. They handled Elizabethton at home. That's a solid Cyclone team. But I got to tell you, the Maverick team looked a lot to me like the one last year that brought home a gold ball. Everything's clicking right now for Davey Gillum's team, and that defense was the story of the game for me, which is saying something because the offense is electrifying. Hey, Sir Mix-a-Lot, you like big butts? Well, here's one for you. But Anderson County's on the road tonight to take on a Greenville team that has to be angry from that butt kicking they took last year at the bullpen around this time last year. The Green Devils 10-0. Only 3 teams have scored in the double digits on them, with only one team breaking 20. In the meantime, Region 1 Staples held opponents to 69 total points all year. 69, which is honestly, if I do say so myself, nice. Offense wins games, they say. Defense wins championships, they say. Greenville and Anderson County have a good both of those, and the winner tonight may be the favorite to win the whole thing.
I agree. I think this matchup tonight is kind of the Ric Flair match. You know, to beat the man, you got to be the man. You got to beat the man. To get through to Chattanooga, the Mavs know they've got to beat Elizabethton and Greenville. Anderson County checked off the first box last week. Tonight, they need to check off another playoff win. Playing at Greenville will be tough, but the ever-offensive Mavericks played one heck of a defensive game last week. I was impressed, very much impressed. If they can bring that energy tonight, I think they can move on to the semis next week.
So we will see just a couple more games that are going on. Rockwood is a single A team now, so we don't really cover any 2A teams like we used to, but you know, York Institute is a machine. They've been taking down opponents like their namesake took down German soldiers in the Argonne Forest, except without the mythical turkey gobble. Them Dragons, that's right. Them Dragons, they're in Hampton tonight. I expect them to have a home semifinal game next week because I think that they are going to win. Coalfield, Oliver Springs, the winner of that game is going to play Gordonsville or South Pitt, whoever wins that game. Got to say, I think South Pitt's probably going to take that one home. And then another one, the last one I'm going to mention here is Oakland and Riverdale. You think if you're a football fan, casual, you know, hey, Oakland, that's that team that had started terrible. They win state championships all the time, so they're probably going to win that game. But Riverdale beat them in the regular season to win a region championship, so I don't know. That game was 25-24, and it's called the Battle of the Borough. That was at Oakland. Tonight it's at Riverdale, with the winner going to Bearden and Bradley Central winner. I think Oakland gets revenge there. Yeah, you got anything you want to add?
Well, yeah, I think it's hard to predict the future, but I'm going to try here is Swami Dock in the tradition of Karnak the Great for the older folks out there that remember that. But But here's what I see as I hold the card up to my forehead. The York Dragons are taking a long bus trip. They're headed to J.C. Campbell Field to take on the Bulldogs of Hampton. They will return victorious and start planning for that Thanksgiving Day practice next week. I also see the Pirates winning by 2 scores. I don't think that one's ever in doubt. And Oakland-Riverdale will be the premier mid-state matchup. The Battle of the Borough will be a toss-up, maybe overtime tonight.
All right, so those are the thoughts of Karnak the Great. Is that what that was?
Swami Doc.
Swami Doc.
And the tradition of Karnak the Great.
I like that a lot.
Swami Doc.
So I want to remind you, we are in our Elaine Walden of East Tennessee Properties pregame show. As you see Coalfield walking in front of its fans, you've got some team captains out at midfield ready to go shake hands and do the coin toss. So let's talk about this one, because here we are again in what is such a great matchup that shows everyone what small-town football is all about. Coalfield, Oliver Springs, 2 schools with a lot of history and a lot of connections. So many of these players and their parents know each other, have seen each other throughout the years. The pads just got a little bit bigger, growing in size, as the boys who put them on did as well. All those midweek practices, learning the game to get to middle school and play under the Thursday night lights, just to get to high school, where they encountered 2-a-day spring practices, summer workouts. Some of these kids probably wore the jersey of the opposing team at some point in all of that. But now they're on that field tonight with lifelong friends / rivals standing in their way of playing at least one more week of football. Games like these serve as a great reminder as to why we're fans of high school sports.
Yeah, the thing that stands out in my mind in the quarterfinals is there are only 8 teams left in single A playing football tonight. Only 8. And so these 2 schools being 4 miles apart is a tremendous thing to me. The other thing that makes this game special is the tradition. Old men will discuss this thing for years and maybe even argue this or that. And during the game, that call, that missed play, whatever. So it's levels. This thing is more than just a football game tonight.
And in 50 years, as Greg Addington is still doing public address announcing here at Coalfield, and he does his little game day preview packet, it's going to have, hey, on this date, 50 years ago, and he'll have information about this game that's about to take place tonight as well. Mason Day of Oliver Springs had a great game in the first matchup, but that's what he does. He's got 1,200 yards and 15 touchdowns on the ground this year. Also an important key to that Oliver Springs defense, having registered 19 tackles for loss this season, including 15 sacks. He's got to have a big game on both sides of the ball tonight for the Bobcats.
Yeah, Coach Harper wants to run the ball. He would be content to play ball control tonight, eat clock, and shorten this game up. Day would be a big part of that strategy for sure.
Coalfield's had more success through the air this season than on the ground, which bucks recent historical trends, honestly. But there's still a 1,000-yard rusher in the backfield in Jaden Bunch. As we see, the coin toss has been had. Oliver Springs wins it. They will defer, so Coalfield will get that ball first. You know, Bunch is just a sophomore, but he's strong and shifty with the ball in his hands. Quarterback Luke Treese could go over 2,000 passing yards tonight on top of that. So it doesn't need to be said that Coalfield's offense is dangerous.
Yeah, they're tough to defend because they can attack you all over the field. They run the ball well. They throw the ball well. Treese can throw and run. You've got a good running back. You've got a bunch of good receivers. The Bobcats are going to have to figure out some tendencies and then try to make Coalfield predictable.
Well, kickoff just minutes away. I got to have me some Dr. Dan's do's and don'ts.
Yeah, we've got some tonight. I think for Coalfield, play your game, do what you do, get the ball out quick to loosen up the defense, and I think they need to win on special teams. The don'ts, don't let Oliver Springs have those long drives. Don't let the Bobcats hang around in the fourth quarter, and don't look past this game to next week's game. For Oliver Springs, do's, control the ball, control the clock. Weather that first quarter storm. Coalfield scores a bunch of points in the first quarter. Play smart, limit those big penalties. And the don'ts, don't give up the big play, don't get off your schedule, and don't let the pressure of a quarterfinal game get inside your head.
Dr. Dan's Do's and Don'ts. Glad to have that on this season for our Elaine Walden of East Tennessee Properties pregame show, which we are wrapping up right now as we get set for this kickoff. And as we said, Oliver Springs won the toss, so they deferred. We'll be kicking off to Coalfield.
Number 1, Jaden Bunch.
Set to kick this one for Oliver Springs, Bryson Goodman. Back deep to receive for Coalfield is Jaden Bunch and Eli Roberts.
Aaron, before the kickoff, I just want to talk about how beautiful this field looks tonight.
Oh, it's magnificent. And there is that kickoff. It's wobbly, and it will be taken on a run at about the 27-yard line. And getting up to about the 41 for Coalfield is Eli Justice. And that is where Coalfield will begin with a Hammers 1st and 10. And that's pretty good field position.
Yeah, Justice did exactly what you want on a kick return. Get the ball, get upfield. No dancing, no trying to find a crease. Grab it and go. Or grab it and growl if you want to. So yeah.
Here's something we're looking for tonight. The fast start offense. Coalfield has outscored opponents in the first quarter 172-20.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
So here's that Hammers 1st and 10. Man in motion for Coalfield, but not getting the football, as instead that will go to Jaden Bunch, and Bunch is stacked up around the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, they ran a little counter right there, and it didn't fool Oliver Springs at all. They were sitting waiting on that one.
See the Chuck Fleischman replay. Levi Heidel went in motion, but man, clogging up that middle right there for Oliver Springs is Carson Nibbins.
Yeah, he did a great job, just kind of maintained his position, let the play come to him. And that's what you like offensive or defensive linemen to do.
2nd and 12, Yellow Jackets.
Two young coaches tonight, as Tyler Harper just in his 2nd year at Oliver Springs, and Benson Napier at Coalfield just in his 3rd year here at Coalfield. As here's Treese from the shotgun, handoff goes to Bunch, and Bunch gets up to about the original line of scrimmage, and that will bring up 3rd and about 10.
Yeah, remember when I said make Coalfield a little predictable? Probably going to throw the ball right here. That or the draw. I coached against both of these head coaches when they were players, and I can tell you they were both fierce competitors on the field.
So here is Treese on a 3rd and 9 is what they're calling it. Treese, straight drop. Now got some pressure. He's going to have to roll to his right, and he's got some open field. And he turns a flip, and it's knocked out of bounds.
Wow.
After a pickup of about 4. So it's still going to be 4th and long.
4th and about 6 maybe. 4th and 5.
My goodness. We got to watch this Chuck Fleischman replay here.
Yeah, he gets pressure. They get him off the spot, so he pulls it down, heads up the right sidelines, trying to make something happen here. And, ooh.
Wow.
As a coach, you don't like to see your quarterback do somersaults like that.
No, but Coalfield got a fake punt with Levi Heidel, and Heidel crosses midfield. Boy, he's going to be close. And I think he's got it.
Yeah, he's about a yard.
Gutsy call by Coach Napier.
Runs out of punt formation. 1st and 10.
Just got it, ran straight ahead.
And Oliver Springs had a chance to stop him. But Heidel did a great job bouncing off tacklers and moving the sticks for a Hammers 1st and 10. And now in Oliver Springs territory.
Yeah, that'll be a big play. That's a big play right there. Oliver Springs had really done a good job getting the 3 and out, and then gave up the 1st down on a fake punt.
So here is Treese. This is going to be a quick out. And up to about the 40-yard line, pick up a 5. And that goes to number 5, Mr. Levi Heidel.
Yeah, Heidel had a nice catch right there.
And he comes up a little bit gimpy.
Yeah, he's a little gimpy right there.
2nd and 5, Yellow Jackets.
We'll see the Chuck Fleischman replay here. Couldn't see a lot there that made him gimpy.
And listen, when he pulled out of that tackle, maybe he tweaked his ankle.
So 2nd and 5, Treese. This time sends Roberts in motion. Roberts gets the jet sweep, and he crosses the line to gain, and then some. That's enough to move the sticks again. A Hammers 1st and 10 for Coalfield. Ball will be spotted at the Bobcat 33-yard line.
I think Coalfield right there is playing to their strengths, a little speed, get to the ball to the outside. Nice play call.
Back up to the line, 2 wide receivers, 2 either side for Coalfield. Back in the backfield is Bunch. Bunch gets the carry. No, it's a fake handoff. And here is Treese in open field, and he's going to be brought down by Dakota Atkins.
But yeah, just short.
Inside the 5-yard line. So it's going to be a Hammers 1st and goal at the 3.
Yeah, he's got a nice first step right there. He's able to separate pretty quickly.
First,
Atkins there. Looked like about to grab under that shoulder pad.
I was waiting on the horse collar.
Thought better of it.
He played that well.
So Coalfield threatening at the 3-yard line. And it looks like we're going to have Wildcat formation. Should be a direct snap to Bunch or Big Daddy. It's going to Big Daddy.
Went to Big Daddy and
Colton
met him
Henry.
inside. Yeah.
Dropped in the backfield. A loss of 3 on the play. Will bring up 2nd and goal from the 6.
Colton Henry, the ball carrier. Met first by number 7.
Yeah, Oliver Springs was waiting on that one.
Forward momentum gives him the 5, actually. So that's a 2-yard loss.
Yeah, they were not fooled the least
2nd and goal, Yellow
by the Wildcat.
5.
And Bunch receives the bulk of the carries for this Coalfield team, but make no mistake, Big Daddy can run it, as here is Treese back in the shotgun formation. 3-step drop, looking, steps up in the pocket, and he's going to be sacked. Let's see where they mark it. Looks like he's going to be all the way back at the 12.
Wow.
Treese.
Yeah, they got him to the 12 there.
So a loss of 7 on the play will bring up 3rd and goal. And so far, Coalfield, they had it at the 3 with a Hammers 1st and goal, and they've lost 9 yards since then.
Now, Oliver Springs is playing man on the back end right there, and they had everybody covered. There's nobody open.
And goal, Yellow Jackets, ball on the 12.
I wouldn't be surprised if we don't see a draw here.
4 down territory for sure.
Exactly.
Treese drops back to pass, looking over the middle, and that pass skips.
Did we see a flag in the middle or something? Yeah, I think
there is a flag in the middle. Good call.
Incomplete penalty marker on the play.
That's around the line of scrimmage.
It's hard to see that with that brown grass.
And that's a hold on Coalfield, so Coach Harper will have a decision to make. Do you give Coalfield 2 downs to go 22 yards? You don't.
I don't. I agree with you. Good call, Coach.
4th and 12. Now, I said this is obviously 4 down territory, but Coalfield can kick a field goal here, too. And special teams could be a difference maker.
I think they are. Is that Jack Treese coming in with the block?
That is. Coalfield already faked a punt. What are the chances they fake a field goal here, too?
Yeah, I think I would stay safe on this one. I wouldn't.
Matthew Denton to hold, Treese to kick. This will be a 29-yard attempt. There's a snap set. The kick is straight up in the air and short.
Wow.
So Oliver Springs holds.
That's a big win for the Oliver Springs defense, I'm just going to tell you. From a momentum factor, that's a big win for the Oliver Springs defense.
Was it tipped? It looked like possibly the trajectory of the ball changed a little bit.
Now, I know he didn't hit it well.
No, he certainly didn't.
1st and 10 Bobcats. Ball on the 20. Quarterback for the Bobcats, number 18.
So that will put the ball at the 20-yard line for Oliver Springs. We'll get the first look at their offense as Liam Bokey, the quarterback, goes empty. Sets 4 wide on the left side of the line here, and Bokey's going deep. He's got a man.
Off his fingertips.
Getting just one hand on it is Jaquan Benton, but man.
Intended for Jaquan Benton, incomplete.
That aggressive mindset there. You put 4 wideouts on one side of the field to set up that wide receiver screen, but that also gives you a man-to-man coverage on the right side, and they ran a go with Benton.
Yeah, it's a single coverage on the outside, and obviously they think their man can outrun the defender.
And he did.
And he surely did.
So 2nd and 10 now. This time Bokey sends Adkins in motion from left to right. Handoff up the middle. This goes to Day. Day sidestepping a defender, and he'll get up to about the 27-yard line, and that'll bring up 3rd and 3.
Nice gain on 2nd down.
This little sidestep right here by Day. Little stutter step.
Little stutter step. It's not a circle on the controller. What would that one be?
I don't know. I think it used to be like R1.
R1, okay.
I believe so. Let's tell you.
3 for the Bobcats.
Little juke.
Ball on their own 27.
This time, split way out wide is Benton to the right. Man in motion. That is Jackson Jett. Handoff goes to Day, and Day will have enough for the 1st down, but there's a flag in the backfield, and I'm guessing this is going to be an illegal motion.
Yeah.
Illegal shift. There it is.
That's a big penalty right there.
Yeah, so Oliver Springs went from having a 3rd and 3, and honestly, an illegal shift was player not set before the ball moves.
Yeah, or you got sometimes you get 2 in motion at the same time.
And so really that wasn't even necessary.
No.
Because Day ran up the middle, and the guy in motion didn't really do anything. So that is a big penalty for Oliver Springs, now facing a 3rd and 7.
Went from 1st and 10 to 3rd and 7 right here.
Here's Bokey rolling out to his right. And that pass is almost picked off by Henry.
Big Daddy almost got him once.
Woo! So Coalfield forces the 3 and out. And Oliver Springs will punt this thing away, as you see on the Chuck Fleischman replay. Woo! Big Daddy about had him one.
Yeah, he had one last time.
So a score of update for you. Clinton currently leads Walker Valley 8-0.
Wow, there you go.
The thing about that Clinton team, though, is I've seen them go up early in games and not finish.
Oh, absolutely.
So
they got to play 4 quarters.
Sure do. So a little bit of high snap for Adkins. Adkins gets a beautiful punt away, though. And Roberts is going to let this one bounce, and it kind of dies there. So great punt, but still good field position for Coalfield. They'll have a Hammers 1st and 10 just over the Coalfield 36-yard line.
Yeah, that was a good punt, good coverage. Forced the fair catch, but then again he wasn't able to get to it and handle it, so did the smart thing there, got away from it.
First quarter, Bearden 7, Bradley Central nothing.
So we're getting some scores of interest from PA announcer Greg Addington. He tells us Bearden is up on Bradley Central 7-0. So here is Eli Roberts, gets the edge, and then cuts it back inside. Great move by Roberts, and he's got enough for the Hammers 1st and 10. Pick up a 12.
Nice run right there. Again, getting out on the edge, I think that's an advantage for Coalfield with speed. They're probably very happy that the rain stayed out.
1st and 10 Yellow Jackets
stayed away. So
yeah, they're not the only one.
Oh yeah, I'm tickled to death myself. So.
Coalfield back up to the line, 1 yard shy of midfield. Hammers 1st and 10. Treese sends a man in motion and gives a handoff to Bunch. Bunch makes a great move right at the line of scrimmage, and he'll be tackled down at the 45-yard line of Oliver Springs. Pickup of 6 will make it 2nd and 4.
Nice run. Look at the come off here on the Coalfield offensive line. They're pushing. Hat on a hat, they get movement right there.
2nd and 4 Yellow Jackets, ball on the Oliver Springs 45.
When the running back is able to get that far upfield before making contact with anybody, he's going to have a good run. 2nd and 4. Treese.
Back to pass, and that pass is complete. What ball placement there by Treese. Finds Waylon Burgess. And that makes Grandma happy from Owasso, Michigan?
Owasso, Michigan.
I was close.
The ball placement right there, and just a good throw and a catch. Get you to first down inside the 40.
Handoff Bunch up the middle, and he's met at that line of scrimmage. And Bunch's helmet comes off.
So. He gets to come out for a minute.
The ball carrier. That first number 61, Brady Woods.
And Brady Woods met Bunch a yard behind the line of scrimmage here.
Boom.
See the Chuck Fleischman replay.
If you'll notice, the guy over top of him was trying to block down so they could pull from the backside and kick him out. He squeezed, and they never got the angle to block him, and that's the result. Running back gets punished.
Bunch will be replaced on this play by Henry on this 2nd and 11. 2 wide receivers, 2 either side. Henry will go in motion to the right. And he will get the wide receiver screen, and it's not caught.
It's a live ball.
So the play was not blown dead. And that's going to be a big loss on the play.
Lateral to Henry.
And that was a lateral. You think they were trying to set up the halfback pass?
I think they've got it going. Now, it wasn't there, obviously, because you didn't see anybody go down field.
I just wonder, that would be great trickery.
But I guarantee it's in the playbook.
Yeah, great trickery to have your backup running back come in. You don't really expect a lot out of them. So immediately, as soon as Henry comes in, try to hit a halfback pass. 3rd and long, 3rd and 17, in fact, as Treese is going to pull it. And he's going to be tackled from behind. Or
no,
is
he's not down. He's not down.
Okay, I didn't hear a whistle.
He wasn't down.
Right now, with what I saw in live action, I'm going to agree with you.
His hand and his feet were on the ground. I never saw anything else.
But Chuck Fleischman might be able to lend something to this here. Maybe that knee goes
Maybe
down.
the left knee, but there was no whistle when it happened. So.
Yeah, there was no whistle.
Good replay right there, guys.
4th and 9. Coalfield. If you don't hard count here.
That'll be one they argue about in 50 years.
Oh, yeah, that's right. So here's Treese, 3 wideouts to the left. They're not going to hard count. Instead, looks like they're going to set up a go, and they've got one. Levi Heidel wide open. Cannot make the. He was too wide open.
Intended for Levi Heidel, incomplete.
And Heidel wasn't supposed to run a go there.
No, they got into a scramble drill.
Yeah, so it was covered, and he just went. And Jaquan Benton let him go.
Bobcats take over 1st and 10.
Ooh.
And Coalfield lucky that wasn't a clean hookup there. Yeah, that's right. Oliver Springs lucky.
Is that the rain coming down? Did I see that in the lights?
There is a
misty rain?
Yes. Gentle mist. It was like the little mist setting on the water hose nozzle.
Oh, okay.
That's what it looks like. Bokey, handoff. This goes to Adkins. Adkins looking for running room around the right side. Not a lot there. Maybe a yard.
I thought he had a crease up inside that he chose not to take.
Plastic bag.
Yeah, I thought he had a crease up inside there.
Just over a minute left to play in this first quarter. They gave him about a yard.
A yard. Positive play.
So now an offset eye in the backfield, and a man in motion is Jet, and Jet gets his sweep, and Jet turns it inside, gets up to the 45-yard line. Positive gain there of about 5 yards. Sets up a 3rd and manageable.
Look like Big Daddy running out to make this tackle as well. No, he was there to clean it up.
No, instead for Coalfield, that is Riley Brown.
Riley Brown was on there. Those linebackers cover a lot of ground for Coalfield.
Oliver Springs does not have to snap the football here, and it looks like they're not interested in it. They're going to take a long time in a break to talk about what they want to do on third down as we start the second quarter. But I want to say thank you to a few more of the sponsors here tonight, helping us tonight. Windrock Snack Shack, 1202 East Tri-County Boulevard, Oliver Springs. Home of the original Rattle Rock and Mudslide Burgers. A large menu with options for everyone. Lunch and dinner specials offered daily. Breakfast served all day on both Saturday and Sunday. Like them on Facebook, see that complete menu, or call Tanya Frills at 865-730-6784. She'll tell you what that menu is. Also, One Stop Auto Care, the one-stop shop, all your automotive needs. Chuck Frills, ASE and GM Master Tech certified, over 35 years of experience, routine automotive maintenance, complete engine rebuilds, transmission specialist, fleet service warranty work welcome. Call One Stop Auto Care and Quick Lube, 865-435-3744, and that is at 302 Main Street in Oliver Springs. One more, S&S Sliding, windows and roofing, family owned and operated for 32 years, offering free estimates. S&S Siding, windows and roofing, also hiring experienced siding hangers. Call 865-898-2424, 865-898-2424. Another score of interest, Greenville up 7-0 over Anderson County. They strike first, and the Dragons of Clinton up 14-0 over Walker Valley. As here's that all-important third down play, they just go to Mason Day. Day's got it and more. Out of bounds. We'll see where they mark it. They're going to give him the 47-yard line of Coalfield.
Plenty for a first down right there.
Tripped up by number 51, Riley Brown.
That's just a nice power run that they do. Those guys up front for Oliver Springs are pretty good size. They move pretty good. And if they can get a hat on a hat and get some push, you should get some yards.
And you see Day there, take his time, very patient. Picks up that Hammers 1st and 10. Split backs in the backfield now for Bokey. Bokey handoff Day, this time going around the right side. And Day is brought down at the 42-yard line of Coalfield. So that is a good pickup of 5 on first down.
Yeah, another good positive run. They're working clock. The game is still tied. We're into the second quarter. I think this plays into Coach Harper's game plan for sure.
On the Coalfield 42.
2nd and 5. Oliver Springs not in any kind of rush. Tells you that they want to play an old school football game tonight, as Jackson Jett gets the jet sweep, and Jett is going to have enough for a first down. Pickup of 7, moves the sticks again. Ball spotted at the Coalfield 35-yard line, where it will be a Hammers 1st and 10.
Yeah, they're, as Hank Stram said when he was coaching the Kansas City Chiefs, they're just matriculating the ball right down the field.
1st and 10, Bobcats,
I like that.
On the 35.
Jett in motion again. Handoff goes to Day. And Day
still running.
Still on his feet. Finally brought down. But another pickup of about 14 yards is going to bring up the Hammers 1st and 10.
We've got some subs coming in right here for Coalfield. I think they're bringing in some fresh. They've got a little more depth than Oliver Springs does. We were noticing during warm-ups. Oliver Springs dressed 22. That's not a lot of kids to play, 4 quarters of football.
Yeah, and Coalfield looks like with those substitutions also bringing in a little bit more beef in the back end.
Yeah, well, they're playing a lot stronger front line right here.
Split backs in the backfield for Bokey.
Kind of a 6-2 look.
Yeah, and handoff goes to Adkins. Adkins is going to be brought down at the 20-yard line, pickup of 3. And another helmet comes off, this time for Coalfield. That is Bruce Brown. So Brown will have to come off the field for at least one play. Oliver Springs distributing that football.
They really are. I expect to see Oliver Springs play action here just any time.
Split back set. This time, Boki going to quickly get it out to Jet. Jet makes the first guy almost miss. But that was a great job by Heidel to not let him get by.
Yeah, I thought he was going to miss him right there because that was a nice little slick move. But Heidel does a good job right here, staying, getting cloth and hanging on.
Yep. That picked up about 2 yards. Looks like it's going to be 3rd and 6.
Yeah, I imagine this is 4-down territory as well for the Bobcats.
2 wide receivers to the short side of the field for Oliver Springs. One split out way far to the left. They're going that way as Jaquan Benton runs a slant route, and it is complete inside the 5-yard line where Oliver Springs will have the Hammers 1st and goal.
That was a nice adjustment. Single receiver side, just run the slant inside. Corner was way off of him, so, was not taking the inside away.
Benton is tall, too, so I'd say if you're a corner guarding him, you want to make sure that he doesn't beat you by high pointing the football as Day gets the carry here and loses a yard.
Yeah, that was stacked up inside. Coalfield's really staying with that 6-man front right there. It's hard to run against that.
No gain on the play, makes it 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal. Bobcats fall on the 2.
Looks like we brought in a little heavy package right here for the Bobcats.
Yeah, Boki under center for the first time. Handoff goes to a fullback.
He's close.
They're going to mark him just shy of that goal line.
Look at that picture. That's a good shot.
So it's going to be 3rd and goal. And looks like that was Cole Jackson on the carry. Jackson just 6 inches short of that goal line, and now the rain is picking up.
It is picking up.
You see it on your screen there. What is this, a quarterback sneak?
Chris, you can't get right behind the rim.
We're pretty close.
Touchdown, Oliver Springs.
Wow.
Bobcats strike first with 7:23 left to go in the first half, and it was a quarterback sneak for Liam Boki.
Wow. I knew he was close. They waited to call that one. I guess they wanted everybody in suspense. But that's a big mob pushing across the goal line right there. And the Oliver Springs players, they had their hands up. They thought it was a touchdown.
The extra point is up, and it is good. So with 7:23 left to go in the first half, Oliver Springs leads over Coalfield 7-0 in the TSSAA quarterfinals game, the OEB Law Game of the Week.
The Free Medical Clinic of Oak Ridge presents New Year's Eve 2024 Countdown on Sunday, December 31st, 2023 at 9 p.m. to January 1st, 2024 at 1 a.m. Live band, food truck, hot air balloons, sponsored by Tennessee College of Applied Technology, Baird, the City of Oak Ridge, David Coffey, DBB Communications, and Holloway Event Company. Ball drop and fireworks. Come with your friends and family to count down the new year together. Don't miss it. Free to the public. For more information, go to fmcor.org.
Back to the OEB Law Game of the Week as we get set for Oliver Springs' second kickoff of the night. Another score of interest for you in the first quarter. West leads over Powell 3-0. Bradley Central Bearden knotted up at 7 in the second quarter. And in the second quarter, Greenville leads over Anderson County 7-0. So here is that kickoff from Goodman, and we've got the play blown dead.
I'm not sure what we have.
Oh, I see a flag now. They're going to back Oliver Springs up 5 yards.
Procedure. Somebody might have been offside because he kind of slowly approached the ball right there.
Well, the ball was kicked from the 40.
Yeah.
And the flag was at about the 44. So, I don't know. I guess so.
Let's see if we can watch it again.
So, again, with this kickoff, this is Bryson Goodman. Coalfield keeping everybody pretty much up close as coming to get it. Calling for a fair catch, even, is Matthew Denton.
He had a little space right there. You know, if you're ever in doubt, I always field it with the fair catch, but he had a little space right there. Coach probably told him, though, get your hand in there, catch the ball. Let's take it at 35 and be happy.
So Hammers 1st and 10 for Coalfield. We see Luke Treese again. This is Coalfield's 3rd offensive possession of the game. Treese under center. Single back in the backfield. Man in motion is Burgess. Burgess will get the carry from left to right. And Burgess is stopped for a loss of 1 on the play.
Wow, they just floated the ball right there.
See the Chuck Fleischman replay. That'll make it 2nd and 11. And the weather, that rain getting a little bit heavier.
Yeah, I left my raincoat in the truck, Aaron. I may have to get you to bring your vehicle around and get me back when this thing's over with.
Hey, I'm parked all the way over there too now. Come on. Handoff goes to Big Daddy. And Big Daddy gets up to about the original line of scrimmage, and that's it. It's going to be 3rd and 10.
3rd and 10.
Colton Henry, the ball carrier.
Oliver Springs right now has got a little momentum, a little juice. Since they scored that touchdown, really since they hit that slant pass to get down inside the 5, they've had a little swagger. They're breaking the huddle really crisp. They're walking up to the line of scrimmage like, hey, we can play this thing.
So a little bit of a pistol set for Treese as he rolls out. Now he's going straight down the field, and his man is wide open and drops it.
He got a flag.
We do. And it's a hold on Coalfield. Thinking that's probably going to be
declined.
Yeah.
He hit him. That's a product of the little bit of the rain.
Ooh.
Holding penalties declined. It's 4th down.
So it'll be 4th and 10 for Coalfield. They've had some missed opportunities tonight. That's the 2nd pass that could have been caught that wasn't, that would have made for big plays.
You kind of see Oliver Springs. They're kind of in that punt safe look. They've got linebackers up.
Formation, Heidel, deep jet.
They do have one return man back.
And that is Jet. This time Heidel will punt this one away. High, slow end over ender. It's going to take a bounce, and it will be downed at the 34-yard line of Oliver Springs. So the Bobcats will have a Hammers 1st and 10 with 5:47 left to go in the first half. Now remember also, Oliver Springs won the toss, and they deferred to the second half.
Absolutely. Tyler Harper right here. Coach Harper would like to have a long drive, a score, get into the half, and then get the ball the start of the 3rd quarter. And, that would, like I said, that would fit right into his game plan. He's been they have been very methodical.
So Oliver Springs going to have a split back shotgun set for Boki. 2 wideouts to the right, 1 to the left. Handoff goes to Atkins. Dakota Atkins finds some space.
He's got a gap.
And he has enough for the Hammers 1st and 10. Pickup of about 13 yards, moves the sticks.
He was holding the ball like he might have been thinking about throwing that thing.
I thought so too. Kind of holding it like a quarterback scrambling.
Exactly. Let's keep an eye on that for later in this thing. 15 seconds on the play clock.
Bokey. Handoff Adkins, this time up the middle.
Not much going.
No, they're going to give him the original line of scrimmage to bring up 2nd and 10.
He hit the backfield. It was Eli Justice.
2nd and 10, 2 wideouts either side. Mason Day in the backfield as Bokey looks over to the sideline to get the play call. 15 seconds on the play clock. Harbor Springs not in any kind of hurry whatsoever.
Coalfield in that 3-man front, bringing a little pressure.
Handoff goes to Day, and Day makes it to midfield. Pickup of 3 will bring up 3rd and 7.
Tackle by 27, Colton Henry, and 55, Grayson Solner.
Now, if you punt this football back to Coalfield, they're going to have a lot of time left on the clock and 3 timeouts to try to get something on the scoreboard before halftime.
7 Bobcats following midfield. A score of interest, second quarter, York Institute 6, Hampton 6.
Tight ball game.
Hampton 6, York Institute 6. And Bokey is going to take a timeout as the play clock is winding down. This timeout brought to you by Patterson's Appliances. While you wait, visit pattersonsappliances.com to shop online for quality home appliances today.
At OEB Law, our home is your home, and your family is our family. And down here, family takes care of family. OEB Law feels like home.
And welcome back to the OEB Law Game of the Week. Want to say a big thank you to John Boy's Barbecue. Been featured on Moonshiner's Smoke Ring on Discovery Channel, Barbecue Showdown on Netflix, and won numerous awards around the area, featuring their own Sweet 29 sauce, great pulled pork and chicken, smoked bologna, brisket, burnt ends, so much more. Give John Boy a call today, 423-539-0704 for John Boy's Barbecue.
I can vouch for the quality of that barbecue. Excellent.
Also, want to say thank you, Melissa Newberry, your hometown realtor. Call 865-789-0620 or email her at melissanewberryrealtor@gmail.com. That number and that email address on your screen there. 3rd and 7 as you go to a tight stack set for Oliver Springs. Handoff goes to Day, and Day has enough for the first down, and he's out of bounds to stop the clock at the Coalfield 40.
Just a nice, powerful run right there.
That's the second time that Oliver Springs has had extra time to draw up a play, and they handed it off to Day going to the left both times.
Now, I'm not an expert, but if I'm Oliver Springs, that player right there, Day, needs touches.
Yeah. Same set as tight stacked wide receivers to both sides of the line. Day in the backfield. Bokey in the shotgun. Handoff Day. And this time Day, nothing. Up to the 40-yard line. It will be 2nd and 10.
Looked like Mason Smith on that tackle. Just textbook right there.
Ooh, yeah. Came off that block.
2nd and 9, Bobcats.
Yeah.
Ball resting just
nice play right 40. There.
Under 3 left to go in this first half. This time, Oliver Springs going to split 2 wideouts to the left, 1 to the right.
That really gives them a much lighter box.
Man in motion for Oliver Springs, Jackson Jett. Handoff goes to Day. Flag is thrown in the backfield as Day picks up, I don't know, about 3 yards.
I think we got that illegal shift again, yeah.
That's exactly what it is. And Bokey asked for an explanation. We'll see the Chuck Fleischman replay. Not sure.
Oliver Springs penalized 5 yards. Illegal shift.
Coach Harper may want to ask that question. What exactly are they doing right there? Something didn't look right as you look at it, but I can't tell you what it was.
2nd and 15 for Oliver Springs. Clock running. About 2:15 left to go in this first half. Bokey takes a snap, gives it to Benton, throws it outside to Benton, and Benton fighting for extra yards. He's going to pick up, see where they mark it. Looks like they're going to give him 8.
Look like about an 8-yard pickup right there.
So that will bring up 3rd and should be 7. You see Benton just kept fighting there before Henry finally put the final nail in that coffin.
Yeah, got him corralled up and get him out of bounds.
And 7. Ball resting just inside the 38-yard line.
Obviously 4 downs here. So you got 2 shots to get this one.
Bokey with Day in the backfield. Day does get the handoff. And Day fighting for yards. We'll have to see where they mark it.
See where he popped the ball out there, trying to get as much as he could.
And the sticks fell down, but it looks like he's going to be about 3 yards short.
Yeah, watch him pop the ball out late.
Yeah, he's going to be 2 yards short. It's now an important play for Oliver Springs as the clock is stopped.
Yeah, he must have been out of bounds.
I tell you what, this officiating crew we have right here will be the officiating crew for the state championship game here in a couple weeks.
Okay. I think they've done a nice job.
I do too.
You kind of not really notice they're on the place, right? And that's when officials, I think, are doing their best job when they're not really impacting the game.
So Oliver Springs is going to take another timeout. This timeout brought to you by Patterson's Appliances. Check out the new store at 1067 South Walnut Avenue in Cookeville, open for business.
At OEB Law, our home is your home. And your family is our family. And down here, family takes care of family. Giving back and helping out whenever needed. OEB Law is proud to be from East Tennessee. OEB Law feels like home.
And welcome back to the OEB Law Game of the Week. Want to say a big shout out to Big Orange Tree Service. No job too big, too small. Call Jason Stiltner. He's fully insured and qualified. Full tree removal, stump grinding, gutter cleaning, lot clearing. 865-414-5499. That's 865-414-5499. Big Orange Tree Service. So Oliver Springs out of the timeout. Let's see if they give it to Mason Day running to the left like they have been prone to do. Handoff. This goes to Jet, actually, and Jet will have enough to move the sticks.
He's got it.
He did a great job falling forward like a tree.
Oh, yeah. Good running backs always fall forward, get an extra yard, yard and a half.
What's interesting, his momentum's going to the left, and then bam. He gets bumped and then just falls that way. So a Hammers 1st and 10. 3 wideouts to the right for Bokey. Bokey takes a snap, drops. Now he's going to give it to Benton. Benton with some running room up the sideline, and he is tackled from behind.
Pass complete to Benton.
He's at the 10-yard line, which means this will be a Hammers 1st and goal.
Wow. Nice little throw and catch.
Nothing too fancy, just Bokey looked to the right and then came back to the left.
Yeah, you saw Tyler Phillips from that left tackle spot get out there to lead that screen pass. Nice job.
So here's Bokey, split backs in the backfield, handoff to Jackson Jet. Jet finds some running room, and he's down to the 5-yard line. 2nd and goal from the 5. As we approach 1 minute to play in this first half.
And the clock is running.
2nd and goal, Bobcats following the 5.
substitution on defense for the Yellow Jackets. Getting into that six-man front.
Split backs and an H-back to the right. That H-back, Cole Jackson. Bokey. Handoff. And being tripped up is Day. They're going to mark it at the 4, so a pickup of 1 will bring up 3rd and goal. And Oliver Springs is going to need to think about getting this play call in very quickly. We're taking a timeout here. 15 seconds on the clock. Bokey takes the snap. It's low. Handoff goes to Jackson. Or I'm sorry, to Jet. And Jet is under a lot of pressure.
Got it flag.
And he's going to throw this football. And it's complete. And diving into the end zone for a touchdown if it stands.
Oh, my goodness.
Is Mason Day. You don't normally see flags right here, though, if they're not against the offense. And this one is. Have no idea.
That looked like something you run on Thanksgiving in the afternoon in the backyard with your cousins.
That's what I was about to say. It's like it was backyard football.
Oliver Springs penalized 10 yards.
And that Day just came out and said, "Hey, look, I'm here. If you want to throw it to me." So now Oliver Springs with 0.2 seconds left on the clock. They look like they're going to attempt a field goal. But first, Coach Harper's going to take a timeout to talk about it. This timeout brought to you by Patterson's Appliances, proudly serving your community since 1965 because they care.
1952. That's the year Hammers opened the first store in East Tennessee. Now there are 5 stores, and there's always something new. Like in Hammers' popular ladies' boutique department, you'll find the lowest price possible on new arrivals every week. Find similar deals in the men's department and the expanded rug department. Plus, special purchases always offer surprise savings. You never know what you'll find next at Hammers.
And back to your OEB Law Game of the Week, we'll see if, and it does appear as if Oliver Springs is going to attempt a field goal here. Looks like it'll be a 31-yarder. And Liam Bokey, your quarterback, also your kicker here.
I watched him in warm-ups. He's got the leg. Of course, it wasn't raining then.
And this one is going to be right about the middle of the field. So here is, nope. Coach Napier going to try to ice that kicker.
Yes, sir.
So, Napier's timeout brought to you by Patterson's Appliances. Service what they sell with in-house factory-trained appliance service technicians.
This holiday season, we invite you to join generations of families who have trusted Ray Varner Ford and Clinton as their car buying tradition. Let us fill your hearts with joy in your driveway with a new Ford, like this 2023 Ford Escape, $31,990. A 2024 Ford Edge all-wheel drive SEL, $41,980. 2023 Ford F-150, $35,654. Local you trust, a tradition you can afford. Ray Varner Ford, your East Tennessee Ford dealership.
So back at the OEB Law Game of the Week, we're going to see if Coach Napier is going to use all of them.
Yeah, he's got some more in his pocket.
He does have 2 more. So if not, here is Bokey. Snap, set. That kick is on the way, and that kick is through. 31-yard field goal as time expires, and the Bobcats of Oliver Springs at Harlan Wall Stadium take a 10-0 lead into the second half, and we've got a player down on the field for Oliver Springs, and that is Cole Jackson.
They got him up.
Do you think that wet playing surface, just wet enough to possibly make you slip and fall a certain way your body's not used to?
Yeah, the footing right there is always tough.
So there you have it. It is halftime. So in your quarterfinal matchup, the winner of this one will get the winner of South Pittsburgh and Gordonsville. But right now, it's Oliver Springs with all the momentum, up 10-0, and the Bobcats will receive the football to start the second half as well. Stay tuned for more of your OEB Law Game of the Week.
The State Farm Personal Price Plan helps you create an affordable price just for you. Contact local agent Vanessa Brown for your personal price plan today.
Hey, conductor, how about something new? You played this last year.
Come on, get your head out of your sacks.
We're trying to hear.
Well, I'm sick and tired of hearing your kid play the wrong notes. Where's my kid solo?
At least you can see your kid. Why is my kid stuck way in the back?
The conductor only plays his favorite.
I can earn that solo!
You see what I did?
Kathy May Martin has been making real estate dreams a reality for over 3 decades. Buying or selling real estate is one of the most important decisions you'll ever make. Choosing the right realtor is next. Thinking of buying or selling? Call Kathy May Martin at Coldwell Banker Jim Henry & Associates for all your real estate needs. Rest assured, with Kathy's knowledge and experience, you will be on the winning team.
Patterson's Appliances has been helping families like yours find quality home appliances from trusted brands including Whirlpool, Maytag, and KitchenAid for over 55 years. Our knowledgeable appliance specialists know how to outfit your kitchen or laundry room with the right appliances to meet your needs. We service what we sell with our own in-house factory-trained service technicians, and for the DIYers, our parts department is always ready to help customers find the appliance parts they need. Patterson's Home Appliances, because we care.
At OEB Law, our home is your home. And your family is our family. And down here, family takes care of family. Giving back and helping out whenever needed. OEB Law is proud to be from East Tennessee. OEB Law feels like home.
The Free Medical Clinic of Oak Ridge presents New Year's Eve 2024 Countdown on Sunday, December 31st, 2023 at 9 p.m. to January 1st, 2024 at 1 a.m. Live band, food truck, hot air balloons, sponsored by Tennessee College of Applied Technology, Baird, the City of Oak Ridge, David Coffey, BBB Communication, and Holloway Event Company. Ball drop and fireworks. Come with your friends and family to count down the new year together. Don't miss it. Free to the public. For more information, go to fmcor.org.
At OEB Law, our home is your home. And your family is our family. And down here, family takes care of family. OEB Law feels like home.
And back at your OEB Law Game of the Week, Greg Addington, public address announcer here at Coalfield, playing Raindrops Falling on My Head. And that is what's going on. Got a great shot of there. I want to brag for just a moment on this operation we've got going on. BBB TV channel 1086, and able to bring you these high school football games if you're streaming in high definition. So you can see that on your screen as long as your internet connection is making it, doing pretty good. You can see that in high definition. So you see how much rain is coming down here. I looked at the radar on my phone, and just a tiny little dot of green right over where we are, and then another couple little dots to the left of us. All this is really scattered, and so we get it in chunks, and we're in a big chunk right now.
Addington's playing I Love a Rainy Night now by Eddie Rabbit.
I'll take a moment, too, to brag on Greg Addington. That guy is the best in the biz.
I'm going to say, man, that's top-notch. Topical, relevant, good job.
Yeah, Coalfield has a jewel in Greg Addington, plus all the other stuff that he does. And you've heard us talk about it on these broadcasts, but you go to a college, and a college has what's called a sports information director, and those are the guys who really behind the scenes, they get all of your information together so they can send it out to media outlets and things like that. They gather all these stats, and they'll give you the historical figures and storylines and everything. But if you go to a college, the sports information director puts together a packet, and of all the games that I've done in high school, I've never gotten one of those at a high school level until Greg Addington started doing that here at Coalfield. And to get that pregame packet, and he gets it done early in the week, and he emails it out to all the media folk, and just, it's incredible. It really is a college level media packet that he sends out, and it just incredible job that Greg Addington does here.
The in-depth detail in that media guide is always amazing to me, because not only does he talk about Coalfield in the media guide, he talks about the opponent, he talks about the other teams in the region, how they're doing, and what those matchups are, and so yeah, just a lot of great information, comparable with anything I've ever seen. When I go to Tech to a ball game, they've got a media guide they hand out. Not any better than this one.
Yeah, Greg could do it at the college level if he wanted, but he's here. He does the public address announcing for the football games, also for the basketball games, and just does a phenomenal job. Want to run down some scores of interest for you. Alcoa leading over Gatlinburg-Pittman by a score of 17-0.
How much money he makes?
Oh man, Brad just wrote down the salary he gets here from Coalfield, and man,
wow,
that's I can't believe that number right there. That's amazing.
That's a round figure.
And I like that. and the Coalfield was able to afford that.
Yeah.
Greg doesn't charge him a dime. Does all that for free. So, scores of interest for you. Alcoa leads over Gatlinburg-Pittman 17-0. York Institute now up over Hampton 30-6. Good try, Hampton. Bradley Central and Bearden tied late in the second quarter, 14-all. Midway through the second quarter, Powell and West still tied at 3. Somewhere in the second quarter, Clinton leads over Walker Valley 14-7. So Clinton went up 14-0, and then Walker Valley able to answer by putting 7 up on the board, but that lead still 14-7 for the Clinton Dragons. And I got a text message. I'm not seeing it online, but I did get a text message that said that Anderson County is leading over Greenville 21-7. So I will try to verify that, because I don't want to state that for sure. But if that is the case, then, ooh, man.
That's a big score if that's the case.
Because Greenville went up first, 7-0, and then Anderson County answered in the second quarter to tie it up at 7. But seeing that anywhere else.
And, the thing is with Anderson County, they were tested so much early in the season, and so they know how to play from behind. They know how to kind of dig down when that adversity happens and get past it, and so that makes a team tough to beat.
I think that's the biggest thing when you see, like when we saw Anderson County against Elizabethton last week, that I thought was probably the biggest factor, because Anderson County was used to being hit in the mouth stuff like that. And Elizabethton, not so much.
Exactly.
And as far as Anderson County goes, with that tough schedule early, one thing that you can't do if you are a team, especially when you're breaking in new players, you don't want them to get discouraged. And sometimes you can lose a lot of games and get down on yourself and, get down on your luck, your confidence a little bit, and it can really break your season. But that's something that Coach Gillum and his coaching staff over the years, they've helped Anderson County not do when they have a tough schedule like that.
Exactly. And one of the best in the business, Coach Tony Lambert over there, was at Oneida for years and left there and went up to coach at University of Cumberland. Always talks about pride, class, and character with his players. PCC, pride, class, and character. And, and he's always coaching, always molding, always mentoring young men, trying to get them better. And that tells in his defense over the season.
Yeah, I remember I covered some of Oneida's games back when he was up there head coach at Oneida. One thing about a Tony Lambert coached football team, it was old school. They were going to hit you in the mouth. They ran a wing tee look. It was all based on misdirection on offense, so really old school stuff. But then on defense, you knew that you were going to have trouble scoring points in games against him. So you knew that you had to hold their offense if you wanted to have a chance to win those games. And so I like the fit of Tony Lambert at Anderson County, because that had been a gripe of some of those better Anderson County teams. Like the offense is incredible. They're putting up all these numbers, looks like they're playing a video game, but then the defense would be challenged and couldn't stop teams. And so when they got into shootouts, Anderson County was susceptible.
They really. I know Tony actually worked in Wartburg for a semester, and when he left us, he went over to Anderson County to coach with Coach Kerr, Larry Kerr. And so this is not his first rodeo at Anderson County by any means, but just a quality guy. Gets a lot out of kids that really tells on the football field.
So the last update that I have on Anderson County, I told you I got a text message that said they were up 21-7, but I've got I see a score online that says it's 10-7. So yeah, it's 10-7 Anderson County, and I believe that one's right at about halftime. So somebody must have put up a wrong score or a typo or something. So Anderson County in a battle up in Greene County.
Maybe they were trying to take the place of the old Swami Doc and make some predictions right there.
That's what it was.
Karnak the Magnificent.
Let's see, Alcoa up 70-0. We've talked about that. York Institute 36-6. York Institute up 36-6.
Yeah, old Swami Doc got that one right, didn't he?
Yeah. Late in the second quarter, Bradley Central Bearden tied at 14.
That's a little bit of surprise. I thought Bradley Central would come out and roll and try to get that one over with early,
Yeah, it could be one of those deals where they're looking ahead a little bit.
Yeah, very well could be.
Because when you play in the same region or area as Maryville, you're not going to be, let's say, favored to win a state championship like Bradley Central has been this year. So it's a new place for the Bears. Going through, I just want to take a moment, look at your screen there, and I want to say a big thank you to some of the sponsors that got on board to help us carry this game tonight between Coalfield and Oliver Springs. That includes John Boy's Barbecue. You see Windrock Snack Shack right there. And Chuck Frills, ASE, GM MasterTech certified, S&S siding, windows, and roofing. So big thank you to them as well. And Big Orange Tree Service. Call Jason Stiltner at that number on your screen. Yeah, Mayor Stiltner. And also
Mayor Stiltner, I didn't know that.
Yeah, Melissa Newberry also as well, your hometown realtor. And individually, I'd like to say a big thank you, David and Melody Rivers, Greg and Melanie Addington, Judy and Charlie Slack, Jackie and Dwight Maston, Polly and Don Goins, and Joan Colick of Owasso, Michigan. Owasso. I'm going to remember that off the top of my head at least once.
Michigan.
Owasso, Michigan.
I got to look that up when I get home.
Owasso.
Owasso.
Just a fun word to say.
Yeah.
So the time is run off here for halftime.
That was a quick half. Was it a 15-minute half, guys, or did they go 20? I didn't look.
So let's see if they add time on the clock. Coalfield doesn't think they're going to, I don't guess, because they are running to their sidelines. And a reminder, the winner of this game tonight will have a home game in the semifinals, which is just a great opportunity for either of these teams. But they'll have to play the winner of South Pitt and Gordonsville. And I believe most people are anticipating South Pitt will win that game.
That's where my money's at.
So they do put 3 minutes back up on the clock, so they'll do that. So I'll tell you what, let's go ahead, let's take a break, and then we'll talk a little bit about what these teams need to do in the second half when we get back to your OEB Law Game of the Week.
At OEB Law, our home is your home. And your family is our family. And down here, family takes care of family, giving back and helping out whenever needed. OEB Law is proud to be from East Tennessee. OEB Law feels like home.
1952. That's the year Hammers opened the first store in East Tennessee. Now there are 5 stores, and there's always something new. Like in Hammers' popular ladies' boutique department, you'll find the lowest price possible on new arrivals every week. Find similar deals in the men's department and the expanded rug department. Plus, special purchases always offer surprise savings. You never know what you'll find next at Hammers.
This holiday season, we invite you to join generations of families who have trusted Ray Varner Ford in Clinton as their car buying tradition. Let us fill your hearts with joy in your driveway with a new Ford, like this 2023 Ford Escape, $31,990. A 2024 Ford Edge all-wheel drive SEL, $41,980. 2023 Ford F-150, $35,654. Local you trust, a tradition you can afford. Ray Varner Ford, your East Tennessee Ford dealership.
Building a life is different for everyone because everyone is different. That's why State Farm is there. Contact local agent Vanessa Brown for your personal quote today.
Welcome back to your OEB Law Game of the Week as we get set for the kickoff. Coalfield will be kicking off to Oliver Springs for the first time tonight. And the rain has backed off, so we hope it stays like that for at least a little bit.
At least a little bit, yeah.
Number 4, Jack Treese to kick off for the Yellow Jackets. Deep for the Bobcats, Jackson Jet.
So Jack Treese.
Oliver Springs has several folks up. I think they're maybe thinking onside, something kind of crazy. I don't know.
And that's not what's going to happen. Treese is going to kick this deep to Jackson Jet. Jet takes it at his own 6. Looks for running room and won't have a lot there. He's brought down on the play by Bunch at about the 17-yard line.
Yeah, good coverage right there. Nice deep kick, good coverage kick. And they got down, and, Oliver Springs starts now inside their own 20.
And there is Jet and Bunch, both sophomores, both talented sophomores, meeting each other on the field right there, face to face. So split out way to the left is Benton for Oliver Springs. Handoff goes up the middle to Day.
He's got room.
And Mason Day gets up to about the 30-yard line. That's enough for a Hammers 1st and 10, pickup of 11.
Net first for number 5, Levi Heidel.
I think the game plan so far for Oliver Springs is working, right?
Yeah.
Control the ball, grind the clock, take your time, keep the ball out of Coalfield's hands. Coalfield needs to get a stop here and get back on offense.
Yeah, and if you're looking at Coalfield, no safeties. Over the top, and Bokey is going to go up high for Benton. He lays out for it. Does he catch that ball? He caught that.
Calling that a catch.
A diving catch by Jaquan Benton. See on the Chuck Fleischman replay.
Oh, no catch. No catch.
Hey, wow. Okay.
Whew. First and 10 Bobcats. Ball on the Coalfield 32.
We might have to send that one to New York for the for the review.
We may have to. So Oliver Springs set up in Coalfield territory. Day will go in motion. And Bokey going long again, a go route. And it is dropped. Benton.
He was there. He was there.
And Burgess on the coverage there.
Coverage is better this time.
Burgess and Heidel defending.
You look at the replay.
Oh,
yeah, they got a little hand checking going on there.
32.
Look like a Joe Lane press right there.
Second and 10, handoff. Looked like a little bit of a busted play there as Day gets to the outside.
Yeah.
There's a flag on the play.
Day, the ball carrier, penalty markers on the play.
And again, this is normally on the offense.
I think that's a hold. And one of the crowd out here just said about time. They've called that a couple times tonight. See if we can see it.
that was it there.
Did you see, though, to point out on that Chuck Fleischman replay, Day went to stop, and he slid a little bit.
Yeah.
Second and 20, Bobcats.
That's something that both of these teams are going to have to battle for the rest of this game, thanks to that rain that just wanted to pop in for a visit.
And, you know, we've not played a rain game, really, this whole season.
No, we haven't. Here is Day on second and a bunch.
Day, the ball carrier.
He'll get up to the 36-yard line.
Yeah, got a good positive play there, but he just kind of ran out of real estate.
Looks like they'll give him the 37. It's got to make the 23, it looks like. So this should be a 3rd and 14.
Anticipate a pass. What do you think?
I don't know. And that's what it is. They're going to set up the screen to Day. And Day is tackled. Wonderful tackle there for Coalfield by Cruz Shannon. But there's another flag on the play.
Holding.
And it's another hold on Oliver Springs.
You'll watch at the very end of this play, you'll see a guy come up trying to block Colton Henry, and he just nails him. He was on his angle, he was on the cutoff angle, and the guy starts to block him, and he just unloads. Decline, okay.
Okay. I was wondering if they would do that.
Yeah, it gets you to 4th down.
So 4th and 13 is what it looks like we've got here. And Oliver Springs, as of right now, bringing the offense on the field. They've got Benton split out wide to the left, and it's like he's going to have some, he's going to be double covered.
Number 7 jumps.
And now we got a false start penalty on Oliver Springs, which backs them up 5 more yards, which is not that bad. It just gives you a little bit more room to punt.
Yeah. And here they come. I think they are going to punt this time.
I wasn't convinced they were going to go for it there. On to punt the football away for Oliver Springs is Dakota Atkins. Back deep to receive for Coalfield is Eli Roberts. And Coalfield looks like they want to come after it. And they do. And Atkins.
I don't know how he didn't block that.
I don't either. I really don't. As this punt is going to roll dead at the 10-yard line of Coalfield. And that's where the Yellow Jackets are going to have a Hammers 1st and 10. Let's watch this Chuck Fleischman replay.
Wow, I don't know how he missed that.
And that ball hit at about the 20-yard line and took another about 10-yard roll.
10-yard roll, yeah. As Coach Gibson would say, you got to field that punt.
Got to field that punt. So here is Coalfield's first offensive possession of the second half. 3 wideouts to the right, 1 to the left. And it's going to be a handoff to Jaden Bunch. Bunch up the middle. And he gets up to about the 20-yard line. And that should move the sticks. And it does. Hammers 1st and 10 Yellow Jackets.
Kind of a sprint draw look. And there you go. Nice blocking up front.
First and 10 Yellow Jackets, ball on the 20.
Same formation. Treese takes a snap. This time he's going to throw it out quick. And that pass is
incomplete.
They call incomplete or they call fumble?
I gave him yards.
They gave him yards. They sure did. Okay. The guy on the side over there was waving his arms like it was incomplete.
Let's see on the Chuck Fleischman replay.
May need to send that one to New York.
So off of the fumble out of bounds, Coalfield gains, we'll call it between 2 and 3 yards.
Yeah, every little bit helps.
Ten seconds on the play clock. Man in motion is Burgess for Treese. Treese takes a snap. Handoff goes to Burgess. And it's a reverse to Eli Roberts. And Roberts is out of running room. He gets up to about the 26. Pickup of 3 will make it 3rd and about 5.
Number 5, Cooper Jones.
Yeah, a little reverse and then brought it back.
Oliver Springs did a great job.
Yeah, they stayed home on that. And that's the thing. When you see the play away, somebody's got to be sitting on cutback and somebody's got to be sitting on reverse.
Ball on the 26.
And they did a good job right there.
Treese takes a snap, straight drop, looks over the middle, and that pass is too high. And it falls incomplete. Trying to find justice, which brings up 4th down on Coalfield's side of the field, and Yellow Jackets going to have to punt this one away. Or fake a punt. They've done that before.
Yeah, they've done that already tonight.
So Levi Heidel set to punt this one away. Jackson Jett set to receive this punt.
Yeah, Oliver Springs still staying in that punt safe.
Heidel, Heidel's going to fake it again, and he picks it up again.
Wow.
And Heidel off the sideline to midfield to the 40, and he slips down.
Got a flag. What's the flag for?
I think they're going to call a late hit.
There's a late penalty marker on the play.
So Coalfield, undoubtedly, they've seen something on film to indicate that they can run a fake punt here.
Yeah, and Heidel's got some nice moves right there. Good speed. Does a good job. Oh, there it is. Yeah, there's the flag. Oh, no. He just signaled back this way.
Wow.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, wait. What?
Dead ball. Personal foul. Oh, there we go. Now he got it right.
2 fouls.
2 fouls. Okay. 2 fouls. Okay. Okay, 2 fouls.
15 yards. Dead ball foul. personal foul. First and 10, Yellow Jackets. Ball on the Coalfield, 48.
All right, so.
Yeah, one's a dead ball, one's during the play.
All right, so after all of that, Coalfield's going to have a Hammers first and 10 from the 48-yard line. Treese drops back to pass. Looking, sets up, tries to set up a screen, and that pass falls incomplete.
They were all over that one. They were looking for the screen.
Jackson defending.
The defensive linemen, when you watch them, they'll put the brakes on and start looking. Played that one really well.
I wouldn't be surprised to see Coalfield go deep here in a second. Handoff. This goes to Bunch, and Bunch rattles forward across midfield to the Auburn Springs 47-yard line.
Ooh, got one down.
Met first by number 77, Carson Nivens.
Cole Jackson.
Looks like he's grabbing his hamstring. And it is. It's Jackson. Remember, he was slow to get up at the end of the first half.
Yeah. You hope it's a cramp. They're acting like it is, yeah. Yeah, they're pulling the toe back.
I guess he got it worked out. He hopped up there for a second.
He's mad. Seeing Coach Harper in that boot reminded me in the 2009 season, which was full of rain and whatnot. I coached for about 8 weeks in a boot, and that was miserable. My coaching shoes, it was really kind of funny, guys, because I had coaching shoes, right? The left foot looked brand new. The right one looked all muddy and gummy and just nasty looking.
Well, those become mowing shoes?
Yeah, oh yeah, absolutely. Practice shoes. If you saw me from the left side, they'd say, hey, you wearing your good shoes to practice?
Yeah.
I said, no, look at the other one.
So Jackson gets up. He's hopping. He's not putting any weight on that left leg. So hopefully that's not anything too serious for Oliver Springs.
He's still hopping there, though. That would be a big loss for them.
It would be. So after that great pickup by Bunch, you're going to have about a 3rd and 5 for Coalfield. 2 wideouts either side. Looks like Bunch back in the backfield. Heidel in motion. Fakes the jet sweep to Heidel. Looks over the middle. That is intended for Waylon Burgess. And that pass is incomplete.
Tight coverage right there. Tight coverage.
Tried to hit the slant. And you see on the Chuck Fleischman replay here.
Heidel going in motion pulls that linebacker across. And that opens that slant right up. That's a nice design.
About halfway through the 3rd quarter here. Coalfield going to go for it on 4th and 5. Watch for a hard count here. Man in motion. Nope, straight drop by Treese. Treese goes long. He's got a man there. Running under it. That pass is complete. Touchdown, Coalfield.
Uh-oh. We got a flag over here.
There's a penalty marker on the play.
Oh.
Oh, it's on them now. It's on them. No, it's not.
We're going to have to get this settled. I know Coalfield players and Oliver Springs players are walking back.
Now, if it's a dead ball, then it's a touchdown, and we'll enforce it later.
Here we go. Mr. Whitehat tells us.
Touchdown.
So then we got offsetting personal foul penalties. And Coalfield is on the board with 6:01 left to go in this third quarter. You see this Chuck Fleischman replay. I told you I wouldn't be surprised if Coalfield goes deep again here in just a couple minutes.
Play covering 47 yards.
And you could tell Oliver Springs was selling out on the short game.
Yeah, they really were.
So Coalfield needed to hit a deep one as Jack Tree sets on to attempt this extra point. Snap, set, that kick is up, and that kick is good. The Yellow Jackets pull within 3 of the Oliver Springs Bobcats midway through the third of your OEB Law Game of the Week.
Hey, conductor, how about something new? You played this last year.
Come on, get your head out of your sacks. We're trying to hear.
Well, I'm sick and tired of hearing your kid play the wrong notes. Where's my kid solo?
At least you can see your kid. Why is my kid stuck way in the back?
The conductor only plays his favorite.
My kid heard that solo.
You see my kid?
Yeah.
Back at your OEB Law Game of the Week. As this one so far has been as good of a game as we expected it to be. I will give you a scoring update, though. In the second quarter, I'm seeing West 17, Powell 3.
Ooh. I thought that would be a little closer.
And the rain starts falling again.
I think Addington's run out of rain songs.
Gary Allen's songs about rain is one that I haven't heard.
Okay.
I like that one. Rainy night in Georgia. As this kickoff goes deep, and it's taken by Jet. And Jet takes it from the 3-yard line and then backs up into his own end zone and brings it out to about the 21. So a pretty good return by Jet considering.
Yeah, it really was.
Tackled by number 33, Eli Justice.
Takes it and then backs around. Didn't quite get to the end zone.
Number 19, Eli Ritter.
Yeah.
There he goes.
And if anyone wondering why that wasn't a touchback, the high school rules, it's because he went into the end zone on his own accord after being out of the end zone. Heavier rain falling now. Coalfield with some momentum. Hammers 1st and 10. Handoff up the middle. And this goes to Day. And Day keeps the pile moving. And that is a gain of 14 for the Hammers 1st and 10.
Yeah, it's going to be important for Oliver Springs to respond. And that play right there is looks like the game plan, right? Let's push and get the ball carrier positive yards.
Ball number 35.
Mason Day, 1,200 rushing yards on the season coming into this one. 3 wide outs to the right for Bokey. Handoff Day again. And this time Day going to pick up about 2.
Day on the give.
Yeah, he's such a patient runner. Watch him. Doesn't get in a hurry. Waiting to find the crease. Not really a lot there to work with, but he still makes a positive play.
Yeah, and those little movements. He just makes little movements to get around defenders. Looks like they give him 3 on the play, so 2nd and 7.
You know, at Anderson County, they've got that down marker that tells you how many yards.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I miss it. Bokey takes a snap, drops back. He's going over the middle, and he's trying to find Adkins. Adkins had a step, but that ball placement wasn't where it needed to be.
Yeah, just too much. They're trying to catch Coalfield in that man-to-man and just kind of find the matchup that gives them the best advantage.
It was very similar. These two teams are playing very similar type offenses. right now.
They really are.
3rd and 7 Bobcats. Ball on the 38.
So big 3rd down here for this Coalfield defense. Bokey takes a snap, looking. He's going to go deep to Benton, and Benton, that pass is incomplete. Burgess on the coverage, and great coverage right there by Mr. Burgess.
I was going to say, Burgess was in phase right there and almost had the pick. We talk about being in phase and out of phase. He's right there with the receiver, high points the ball. The receiver then becomes the defender at that point.
Great coverage. So now Oliver Springs going to have to punt with Dakota Adkins back deep to receive Eli Roberts. Adkins punt, end over ender, and it's muffed by Roberts, but Roberts picks it up off the turf. And we're going to have multiple flags.
Yeah, I think they're calling a block in the back. I didn't really think it was as bad as the play looked, but the cover guy did throw his hands up like, hey, look here.
Yeah, you had 3 flags that dropped in the path of the runner as if it was Hansel and Gretel dropping breadcrumbs.
Block in the back.
And there it is.
It'll be down here on the right side, probably about the hash.
10 yards in the spot. Illegal block in the back.
No.
I didn't think it was that bad, guys.
No, there really wasn't anything there.
But the thing is, you saw 3 flags.
Yeah.
So 3 guys agreed on that call. So.
Yeah. And you know what? Maybe that's not what they were looking. Maybe they saw something else.
Maybe they saw something else.
Because that didn't look like anything at all.
First and 10 Yellow Jackets, ball on the
2 wideouts either side. Bunch in the backfield. Hammers 1st and 10. Treese rolls to his right. And thinks about throwing it. And finally does at the last second. Just throws it away. Incomplete, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Uh-oh, we got stoppage.
Oh, we got a flag. So this is in the area of holding. Didn't have a lot of penalties in that first half, but man, it's cranked up the second half.
You know, I said we didn't even know they were on the place the first half. Now we know they're here.
Yeah.
Got the hold.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that was a tackle.
Calling that on Mr. Bunch.
I like the effort.
Yeah, kid's got a lot of fight in him.
Execution. I like the effort, but the execution there.
That backs the ball up to the 9-yard line. Yellow Jackets got to make the 29, which pretty easy math there. It's going to be 1st and 20. Setting up a wide receiver screen. Treese gets it to Burgess, and Burgess reverses his field.
He's in trouble.
Yeah, now he's running backwards. He's in the end zone. And he has to dive forward to avoid a safety. And
he barely got out. That linesman comes in. I thought he was not going to get out of there.
Okay, so we got to check flash and replay here. They're marking it just outside the goal line. As for a second there, Burgess looked like he had something. But then he reversed it back and goes into the end zone for it, and then realizes right here he's in trouble. Dives forward.
Just gets his head and shoulders out of the end zone.
And we've got a player injured, and that is Burgess. And they're working that calf, so hopefully that's just a cramp for him. So with 3:33 left to go in the 3rd quarter, we have a 3-point game. How you like that?
Do you study numerology?
I don't, no.
We might need to go buy a ticket for the numbers.
Yeah. I like seeing those things when they pop up, though. And Burgess is up and able to get to the sidelines under his own power, so we're happy to see that. We're hearing South Pittsburgh leads Gordonsville 7-0. Oh, it's 13-0 now.
Okay.
Second and long, Yellow Jackets ball on their own 1.
So this is second and 28 from the 1 yard line, and Treese is going to take one step and toss this one. That pass falls incomplete. Trying to get justice, and Benton had a better chance at catching that football that time. Just seeing the
one on the outside.
So 3rd and 28. Steady falling rain now. Oh, 21-0 South Pittsburgh. They scored again already.
Broke loose.
So on this 3rd down, Treese is going to run the draw. Did he get out?
No.
He did not. That is a safety. Oliver Springs gets 2 points on the board. And the Bobcats now lead it 12-7. And Coalfield will have to free kick this one away.
Yep, from the 20-yard line.
But see on the Chuck Fleischman replay, that pocket, was that a design draw? And the pocket just collapsed?
I thought it was. I don't know if he didn't see what he wanted and decided to tuck it and run, or if that was a design draw. But that pocket collapsed, and he didn't have a chance.
That would have been a good place to run a draw, just to give you a little bit more space to punt the football. Or fake a punt.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I meant to say, give you a little bit more room to fake a punt.
Coalfield has faked more punts than they've punted tonight.
That is facts.
That's an interesting stat.
That is straight facts. So Coalfield will kick this off from the 20-yard line on the free kick.
Yeah, this is a free kick. You can either use, you can kick it off the tee, or you can have a punter kick it, or whatever you want to do. I always preferred the tee, because I had a better kicker off the tee than I did a punter.
Really?
Yeah. I could get more distance. Now, I couldn't get as much height, so we had to run down there and cover it.
Right.
But I think 3 years maybe we had 1 or 2 safeties. I know 1 for sure. It was a holding call while we were in the end zone.
So Treese on this free kick, it's going to be a high end over ender that will go out of bounds. That will be a procedure penalty.
They should get into the 50.
Or they can make them kick it from the 15.
Yeah. I think I might do the 15, just to make it interesting.
Because then you allow yourself to maybe get a return.
Yeah.
I'm confused. What are they doing? They're marking it at the 45 of Coalfield?
They got 10 yards? I thought it was a 5-yard.
Well, anyway, so Oliver Springs sends Jet in motion. The ball's on the ground, and Bokey falls on it at midfield. That's a loss of 5, which makes it 2nd and 15.
Yeah, ball don't lie. It knew it needed to be at the 50.
Oh, man. The ball don't lie. That's right.
No, I think there's a rule. It has to go so many yards from the point it was kicked. So that's kind of where that's at, I think.
Scoring update. Greenville goes up on Anderson County 14-10.
25 yards from the point that you're kicked, so that's 45. That was correct call.
Okay. So they fake the jet sweep this time. Bokey looking under a lot of pressure, pitches it out, and that's an incomplete pass.
Wow.
Pass intended for Jet, incomplete.
You would think that Oliver Springs, with the safety, would have come out with a lot of momentum.
Pressure applied.
But what you're seeing here is the Coalfield team really bow their neck and say, hey, we're getting back in this thing.
74.
The adversity's happened. We've given up the safety, but we're going to get back in this thing. So what we're sitting, 3rd and 15.
3rd and 15 from midfield. Tight formation for Oliver Springs. Jackson Jet in motion again. He's going to get the jet sweep.
He's got room.
He does. And we'll have to see where they mark it. Looks like there's a flag around midfield, though, which is in the area of a hold. So this one is likely coming back anyway. That's what it is. So it doesn't matter. We'll see if we can see it on the Chuck Fleischman replay. I didn't see a lot there.
They called it behind the line of scrimmage because they brought it back to the line of scrimmage and forced 10 yards. So I didn't see it either.
Third and long, Bobcats. Ball on the Oliver Springs 40.
I'm hearing the cowbells and the hollering and the screaming here on the Coalfield side.
50-6.
Yeah, so Oliver Springs has got to go. It's 10, 20, 25 yards. Third and 25. Bokey steps up in the pocket, releases this one over the middle. That pass is up in the air, incomplete. But wow, almost made an excellent play there, and that would have been right at the sticks, trying to get Jordan Gray.
Yeah, that was a good call right there.
And that is a great throw off the run.
He's able to keep his eyes up, you know, and look downfield, find the open man.
So Adkins will come on to punt this one away. Remember, Coalfield got really close to blocking one earlier.
Punt formation, Adkins, deep, Roberts.
Adkins gets the snap. Coalfield coming again. And Coalfield ran into the kicker. So Oliver Springs will down this at midfield. But I mean, that's a 15-yard penalty.
That looked like a roughing to the kicker.
The 50 penalty marker on the play.
So even after a 15-yard penalty, it's going to be 4th and long.
Yeah.
He tipped the ball. They're saying he tipped the ball.
That was running into the kicker. 5 yards.
Okay, so that's a 5-yard penalty.
Coalfield penalized 5 yards running into the kicker. It's still 4th down.
That's all it was.
I don't know. I don't know why you would expect Oliver Springs to or Coalfield to not go after this one too.
Yeah, I mean, you know, you got 20 more yards. You can do that 3 more times.
And they do come after it again. This time, though, Adkins gets it away, and Roberts lets it hit and be downed at the, looks like the 19-yard line of Coalfield. So 1:20 left to play in this third quarter. Yellow Jackets trail by 5.
Yellow Jackets take over 1st and 10.
Yeah, the roll didn't hurt them right there.
Did not. But I'm wondering if, because the turf is wet and things, I'm wondering if maybe Roberts was instructed to, hey, if you can't get under this cleanly, just let it go.
Let it go, yeah.
Because you don't want someone to try to run up under it and slip and fumble, because that could be disastrous.
And a lot of times when you're going after the punt, you're probably not going to field it very well anyway.
Hammers 1st and 10 as Treese sends Bunch out. Bunch will get a little swing pass out of the backfield. And Bunch gets up to about the 22-yard line, maybe. Pickup of 2 should bring up 2nd and 8.
That was a positive play.
2nd and 7 yards.
It was. Actually, they're going to get him 3.
The screen passes are not designed to get, you know, big yards. They're just designed to loosen the defense up.
3 wide out to the right for Treese. Treese takes the snap, fakes the handoff to Bunch, rolls to his right. Tries to hit a comeback route, and it falls. Goes out of bounds a little bit too far. Trying to find Shannon. And that'll bring up 3rd and 7.
Now, his backside receiver over here, Burgess was open back across the middle. He didn't see him. I mean, the rule is once I roll right, I don't look back left.
3rd and 7 Yellow Jackets, ball on the 22.
But I can see that one opening up.
35 seconds left in this third quarter. 3rd and 7. Treese. 3-step drop. Looking over the middle for Burgess. That pass is intercepted. A flag comes out, though, and I believe this is going to be pass interference.
It's right there at that spot, isn't it?
I noticed the Oliver Springs bench is not celebrating too much. Great effort for that interception, but I did think that defender got there just a tick early.
Yeah, he was pretty handsy on him out of the break.
And that's exactly what it is. And we'll see the Chuck Fleischman replay, but I do think this is the correct call.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. Seeing it in slow motion, I'm not as certain as I was when I saw that in real time.
Well, right before that spot, though, when he kind of stuttered with his left foot and then crossed him when he was trying to cross, that's when we threw hands on him.
Yeah.
And so he got away from him. But, yeah, I think that was before we actually got him in frame right there.
All right. So that's enough for the Hammers 1st and 10. Just to get a look at it right there. I don't know. It's tight. On this Hammers 1st and 10, Bunch is rocked. And he gets up to the original line of scrimmage, and that might be the last play of this third quarter.
Thomas Albert made a big hit right there. Nice tackle.
This will be the final play of the third quarter as we watch this Chuck Fleischman replay of that last play. Whew.
That's the end of the third quarter.
So, Coalfield has the football with a 2nd and long, trailing by 1 score. Will be going into the fourth quarter here, the quarterfinals of the playoffs. The winner gets a playoff game next week in the semifinals. Once again, though, want to take a moment to thank the sponsors for coming in big for us. Windrock Shack, the Snack Shack, home of the Rattle Rock Burger.
That burger's making me hungry, Aaron. When I see that graphic, that's making me hungry.
Oh, look at that chili. That chili looks phenomenal. So you can like them on Facebook, find their full menu. Also, Chuck Frills at the Auto Value Center, ASE and GM Master Tech certified in Oliver Springs. S&S Siding, Windows, and Roofing, family owned and operated for 32 years. So thank you to them as well. Big Orange Tree Service, Mayor Jason Stiltner, no job too big, too small. Fully insured and qualified, give him a call. And then a big shout out also, John Boy's Barbecue, featured on, your television programs. And Melissa Newberry, your hometown realtor. You can find her at the number on your screen or at melissanewberryrealtor.com. And then these folks right here on the screen as well for their donations. 2nd and 9, Treese has Burgess in motion. Treese drops back.
Plenty of time.
And he's looking deep.
Open.
Burgess wide open. Burgess with a catch to the 30, to the 20, to the 10. Burgess into the end zone. Touchdown, Coalfield. $62 yards.
Big strike right there. Big strike.
And Coalfield has its first lead of the game.
Coalfield's going to go for 2 here to give them a 3-point lead.
See this Chuck Fleischman replay. That Coalfield line gave Treese plenty of time, and Burgess broke free. Coalfield with just 12 seconds on the play clock.
A little confusion in the huddle.
10 seconds on the play clock. 5 seconds on the play clock.
4, 3, 2.
1 second on the play clock. Treese does get the snap. Starts right, looks back left. That pass is incomplete. Trying to find Henry. So great play design as Treese rolled to the right, looked back to the left, and Henry was wide open, but passed just a little bit out of his reach.
Yeah, those crossers away from the rollout kind of get lost sometimes.
But Coalfield leads it 13-12 in your OEB Law Game of the Week.
The State Farm Personal Price Plan helps you create an affordable price just for you. Contact local agent Vanessa Brown for your personal price plan today.
And back to this OEB Law Game of the Week. Boy, we got a tight one here as Coalfield gets set. Let's give the ball back to Oliver Springs. And once again, the rain has stopped.
Roll that ball just a little bit on the ground to get a little extra moisture for whoever might have to try to catch this.
Here's Treese's kickoff. It's a high end-over-ender. Taken at about the 11-yard line by Jet. And Jet gets it up to, what about the 27?
Number 19, Eli Ritter, and number 33, Eli Justice.
See on this Chuck Fleischman replay.
First and 10 Bobcats, ball on the Oliver Springs, 27.
27.
So Oliver Springs has been poised all night, but now finding itself in a position it's not been in at any point tonight. As handoff goes to Jet, and Jet is banged down.
He's got a burst. When he found that crease, man, he just popped through it.
Jet, the ball carrier. Stopped by Heidel.
Boom, there he goes.
You see that water puddle up off the field there. It's wet down there.
Ball on the Oliver Springs 33.
Pickup of 6, 2nd and 4. Bokey split backs. Handoff goes to Day. Day looks for running room.
Ooh.
On a stretch play to the right, and he got nothing.
Nothing. Coalfield ran to the ball really well right there.
Riley Brown. Third.
Is that the first play for Day that didn't result in positive yardage?
I think so. I can't remember any others that weren't positive yardage.
Liam Bokey. Tight set. They give it to Jet on the sweep. And Jet somehow gets it up to the 40, and he'll have enough for the Hammers' 1st and 10.
I thought he was going to get bottled up about the 35.
I did too.
They run really well to this.
Just patiently running.
I thought they had him right there.
I did too.
Then he squirts out.
Score of interest. Anderson County leads Greenville 17-14. Walker Valley gets a field goal. So now Clinton with the 14-10 lead over the Mustangs. Dakota Atkins, and fumble on the snap. Bokey can't handle it, so he's got to fall on it. Loss of 5 will make it 2nd and 15.
Yeah, that snap hit him about the left ankle. You watch his snap. It's down there around his left ankle. I mean, you want to try to pick it up, make something happen, but that's the best thing you can do right there.
A score of interest, 2nd quarter, South Pittsburgh 28.
So they actually knock it back to the 34, so it's a loss of 6, which makes it 2nd and 16. One-point game. Bokey sends Adkins in motion. Drops back to pass. Sets up the screen to Day. Day can't handle it.
Wow.
Incomplete, which will bring up 3rd and 16.
They had it set up too. I think I don't know that he'd gotten the first down, but he would have gotten way closer to it.
That right there, I feel like, and you can correct me if you think I'm wrong, but it looked like right there Day probably could have gotten 2 hands on that football instead of just the one that he did.
Yeah, I don't disagree with that.
Three wideouts to the right for Boki, one to the left. Takes a snap, and pocket collapses. Now he's going to have to roll out to his right. Looks over the middle for Adkins. That pass is complete, but short of the first down. It's going to be about 4 yards short, and now flags come out.
That's unfortunate.
Stop by Bunch. Penalty markers on the play.
So we got to see what this is.
I think it's a dead ball, obviously.
Oh, it's on Coalfield. So that's not offsetting. That is a big mistake by the Yellow Jackets. We'll see if we can see it on the Chuck Fleischman replay.
Oh, he kicked him first, and then he responded.
Dead ball foul, personal foul.
They always get the second guy.
Wow.
So Bunch, we got this Hammers first and 10. A flag comes out, and Day is stopped in the backfield.
Day stopped in the backfield by Bunch.
So that's a holding on Oz.
Oliver Springs penalized 10 yards from the previous spot holding.
So Hammers first and 20 now for Oliver Springs.
First and 20, Bobcats ball on the Coalfield 49.
Split backfield, two wideouts to the left, one to the right. Boki takes a snap, handoff Day. And nothing.
Nothing there. Nothing there. They just widened that. Then ran him out of bounds.
Colville's made some defensive adjustments because Oliver Springs has had success on that stretch play, but they're running it to the boundary side of the field and just run out of real estate.
Yeah, it's a little tougher to the boundary because you don't have as much room to work. But Coach Jones has really worked hard there to get that adjustment in to shut off C-gap because they'd like to run that C-gap, and they're having to bust it wider.
Second and 20. Boki sends Jet in motion. Jet does get that sweep, and Jet looks for running room, and he's going to be tackled around. Looks like he's going to lose a yard after forward momentum. So that will make it 3rd and 21 as we are under 8 to play in this football game. So Coalfield not allowing Oliver Springs to go wide anymore.
Now you look at Riley Brown's play right there. He gets a little bit wider of the tackle trying to block him. He then consumes up the fullback, who also then has to hook him, which takes a blocker away from getting the linebacker block. So while his number wasn't called for making that tackle, he's the one that allowed the linebackers to flow to make that play.
3rd and 21, two wideouts either side. Boki, Day in the backfield. Boki, pressure from the edges. He's going to have to roll to the right. Throws it over the middle. Pass short hopped in front of Jet. Incomplete. And now the Bobcats going to have to punt this football back to Coalfield.
3-man pressure right there. Mason is chasing him out of the...
It's 4th down.
Mason Smith chasing him out of the pocket. Pushed him off the spot.
Adkins will be in punt formation, and again Roberts back deep to receive for Coalfield. And Coalfield probably coming for it. I don't know why you wouldn't.
No, they're setting return.
Yeah, Adkins, this one is high, not as deep, and this one takes an Oliver Springs bounce, and then late, Roberts picks it up and picks up, I don't know, about 6 yards.
Positive play.
Eli Roberts on the return.
It's almost like he didn't want to. And he's like, okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
He's like me looking at a candy bar. Like, I'm gonna. All right, okay, fine. So Coalfield has the Hammers 1st and 10 at up to about the 25-yard line.
One of those little Debbie Christmas trees.
Oh, so good. And I'll have you know, I've already had about 4 of them.
I've had one.
Well, she's wrong. Draw for Treese. And good pickup on 1st down.
Luke Treese keeps.
See where they spot it. They're going to give him the 33, which means that was a pickup of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Coach Napier would like to see about a 6-minute drive right here, resulting in a touchdown, I'm sure.
Second and 2, Yellow Jackets, ball on the 33.
Three wide outs to the left. Handoff. This goes to Bunch. Bunch gets the 40, which was the line to gain. And that'll move the sticks.
Jaded Bunch, the ball carrier. Met first by Jones.
And if you're Coach Napier, that's what you want. Get those sticks moving because we can keep the clock running.
There you go. Take another 2.5 minutes off.
Ball on the 36.
It's been a great football game.
Really has. 1 point separates these teams.
Handoff up the middle. And the ball's on the ground. And Heidel falls on it.
Jaded Bunch, the ball carrier. Fumble recovery by number 5, Levi Heidel.
Things like that will make Coach Napier's hair turn gray.
No, he don't have it.
Or turn loose. Right.
They'll give him a pickup of 1, but yeah, that ball was nicely stripped out of there, and good awareness by Heidel to find it and get on top of it.
37.
2nd and 9. We are under 5 to play in this game. Man in motion is Roberts. Treese takes the snap.
Pressure.
Yeah. Hitch and go. That pass is almost complete by Roberts.
Pass intended for Eli Roberts, incomplete.
Pump faked the out.
And great defending.
Yeah, Cooper Jones on the pressure right here. Hits him as he lets it go.
A couple of scores of interest. Third quarter, Clinton 14, Walker Valley 10.
Ooh.
Third quarter, Greenville 21.
Game of inches right there.
17.
Yep. Walker Valley has taken the lead over Clinton 17-14.
Ooh.
That one in the third quarter. Big third down here. Treese looking across the middle. That pass is incomplete, almost picked off.
Ooh.
And in coverage was Cole Jackson.
We had a car parked in front of the firehouse doors that needs to be moved. Chase Clamp, please report to the firehouse and move your vehicle.
So you see the Chuck Fleischman replay. Ooh. So Heidel on to, quote, punt this football, unquote.
Yeah. I won't believe it till I see it.
I will not either. So if I was Oliver Springs, I'd just bring Jed up and let him play defense. Heidel takes the snap. He will punt this one away. It's low. Takes a great Coalfield bounce.
Nice roll.
Rolls all the way down inside the 15-yard line where it's down with 4:20 left to go in this football game. Oliver Springs with 3 timeouts.
Rolls to the 15. The Bobcats take over 1st and 10.
Yeah, got a nice little golf cart path roll.
That's the kind of thing Coach Gibson would warn about.
Yeah.
Because every yard matters, especially in a situation like this. So Hammers 1st and 10. Bokey split backs in the backfield, and Benton split out way wide to the right. Bokey sets up the screen to Day, and Day is stopped for a loss.
Yeah, 3-man rush, and so that gives you 5 linebackers underneath to kind of go sniff that thing out.
Coalfield has made adjustments so that they are not letting Oliver Springs have the edge anymore.
Absolutely.
A loss of 3 makes it 2nd and 13.
Well, Coalfield's linebackers run really well, side to side.
And here's a handoff. This goes to Jet, and Jet with a good pickup up to about the 23-yard line. He'll be shy of the first down by about 3 yards, it looks like.
That's nice play. It's up inside. You notice it didn't run to the sidelines.
Yeah.
The angle was attacking C-gap kind of vertically.
3rd and 2.
Just outside left tackle. Man in motion is Adkins. Big 3rd down here. Handoff. Day is almost stopped in the backfield, and he's still going, and he throws a pass.
Wow.
It falls incomplete.
Yeah, I feel certain we had a lineman downfield. I don't see a flag necessarily.
And
got one down.
Yeah, a player for Coalfield. Is it? Might be Burgess again.
That's just bad.
So we'll see this Chuck Fleischman replay. Day should have been down there. He wasn't. Could have been down there. He wasn't. Could have been down there. He wasn't.
He was looking to throw earlier. Then he's directing traffic.
Yeah. So while they attend to the injured player, let's take a break.
Kathy Mae Martin has been making real estate dreams a reality for over 3 decades. Buying or selling real estate is one of the most important decisions you'll ever make. Choosing the right realtor is next. Thinking of buying or selling? Call Kathy Mae Martin at Coldwell Banker Jim Henry & Associates for all your real estate needs. Rest assured, with Kathy's knowledge and experience, you will be on the winning team.
And back to the OEB Law Game of the Week. Aaron Harvey, Coach Dan Shoemaker, as there is Burgess, very, very gingerly coming off the field there.
Yeah, he had a injury. Was against Oliver Springs last time, right?
Yeah, it was right here, yeah.
Dislocated kneecap.
Yeah, dislocated kneecap. I hope this is not a continuation of that. Hoping it's just cramps.
Guys, if my score is correct, early in the 4th quarter, it's Greenville 28, Anderson County 17.
Ooh, the Green Devils have pulled ahead.
And 2 from the 23.
So Oliver Springs is going to go for it here with 2:55 left to go in this game. They need a long 2 yards. Handoff goes to Jet. Jet has the first down and more.
Uh-oh.
He's in the open field to midfield, still on his feet. Crosses from left to right. He's got blockers in front of him. To the 10. Inside the 5. And Jet is finally down.
Oh,
what a run by Jackson Jet.
Patterson's Appliances has been...
We'll see this Chuck Fleischman replay.
He broke 3-4 tackles.
And I wonder how much the wet field has to do with this.
And he's quick as a hiccup anyway.
And you see Oliver Springs players
First to go Bobcats, ball on the 5.
forming a wall in front of him. Finally, he's down at the 5-yard line. Folks, we got some drama.
Big time drama.
Clock running. 2:05 left to go in the game. Oliver Springs 5 yards away from another lead. Split back set, and we've got a timeout Bobcats. So Coach Harper, I think, saw the play clock running down. This timeout brought to you by Patterson's Appliances. Hiring now for sales, delivery techs, and service techs. Find them on Indeed to apply. Back to the OEB Law Game of the Week. I'm seeing Walker Valley leading Clinton 23-14. First and goal from the 5. Cole Jackson into the game for Oliver Springs as an H-back. Bokey takes the low snap, handoff Day. Day is gobbled up and stopped in the backfield for a loss.
Mason Day, the ball carrier. Mid first for number 34, Bruce Brown.
Clock running.
Yeah, Coach Napier's going to take time out, so in case they do score, he's got some time to work with on the other end.
I was curious if he would, and he certainly does. So that'll stop the clock with 1:38 left to go in the game. This timeout brought to you by Patterson's Appliances. Follow them on Facebook for appliance specials, job postings, and more.
The Free Medical Clinic of Oak Ridge presents New Year's Eve 2024 Countdown on Sunday, December 31st, 2023 at 9 p.m. to January 1st, 2024 at 1 a.m. Live band, food truck, hot air balloons, sponsored by Tennessee College of Applied Technology, Baird, the City of Oak Ridge, David Coffey, BBB Communications, and Holloway Event Company. Ball drop and fireworks. Come with your friends and family to count down the new year together. Don't miss it. Free to the public. For more information, go to fmcor.org.
So there's the Chuck Fleischman replay. Aaron Harvey, Coach Dan Shoemaker with you. Coalfield taking a timeout, try to preserve some clock in case Oliver Springs can get some points on the board. We saw earlier Liam Bokey make a 31-yard field goal. So we know that that is an option for Oliver Springs. Second goal. Handoff.
Oh, he's got the edge.
This goes to Adkins. Adkins finds the edge, walks into the end zone. Touchdown, Bobcats. And Oliver Springs going to go for 2 here to try to make this a 7-point game.
Wow.
What a football game.
Oliver Springs touchdown, play covering 8 yards.
Yeah, Coalfield was stacked inside, expecting the run inside, and they just were able to, Oliver Springs was just able to get on the edge right there.
So Coalfield's got to have a touchdown anyway, regardless of if this is complete or not. So here is Bokey. Bokey starts to the right. He's going to keep it. Fake the option. He got in. 2-point conversion is good. And Oliver Springs leads by the final score of the regular season game, 20-13. Except this time it's flipped for the other team.
Yeah, it's flipped, and there's a minute 31 left.
Your attention, please. We have a white Altima parked in front of the fire hall door that needs to be moved immediately. Tabitha Jester, please report to the fire hall.
And then here is that 2-point conversion try. Bokey ran the option, never pitched it, instead found a little bit of a crease and dove forward. Got just what he needed.
Just enough.
Now here, this is an interesting thing to look for as well. You see when Oliver Springs has kicked the ball off, they don't kick it very deep. So Coalfield doesn't line up very deep.
Yeah, your field position right here is critical, obviously. The further you can make Coalfield go to score, the better advantage you have. But Oliver Springs traditionally this year has not really had a deep kicking game, so they like to do that pooch kick or maybe a squib kick or something here.
And the last time Oliver Springs kicked the ball off, Coalfield called for a fair catch. I doubt they call for a fair catch here.
No, they'll try to make something happen.
Here is that kick. It is up, and it is taken at about the 35-yard line. Good coverage there by Adkins, as it was Matthew Denton receiving that kick.
Yeah, Denton did a good job handling this kick in not so great weather. Got the ball secured and then tried to get upfield.
And I know you can't risk it right now where this is, but I feel like that ball, had he allowed it to go, might have gone out of bounds.
Right.
But again, at this point in the ball game, you cannot risk that.
No.
So here's Coalfield, Hammers 1st and 10, and we've got a timeout, Oliver Springs.
They want to get their defense set.
That's their second timeout of the first.
And this timeout brought to you by Patterson's Appliances. Quality appliances from brands like Whirlpool, Maytag, and KitchenAid.
At OEB Law, our home is your home. And your family is our family. And down here, family takes care of family. Giving back and helping out whenever needed. OEB Law is proud to be from East Tennessee. OEB Law feels like home.
And welcome back to the OEB Law Game of the Week. Oliver Springs uses its second timeout.
At the half.
So right now, we talk about that philosophy. The first person I heard talk about it was John Chavis, and people hated him sometimes because he would allow teams to get into games late because he gave up field position for time on the clock.
Right.
But you wonder if that might be a philosophy here for Oliver Springs.
Yeah, ultimately, you don't want to give up a score.
Handoff Roberts.
Double
Double
reverse.
reverse. And Treese goes upfield trying to find Bunch. That pass is tipped and tipped again. Incomplete.
Pass intended for Bunch, incomplete.
Well executed right there, guys.
Jet defending.
Sweep, reverse, flea flickered, pitch to the quarterback. He had it right on him.
Yeah, and if Jet doesn't touch that thing.
Yeah, Jackson Jet made the play right there. If he doesn't make that play, that's a touchdown.
Yeah.
Fans, we've got cars in front of the fire hall. Tow trucks are on the way to move it if you do not move your vehicles.
A minute 17, 2nd and 10. Coalfield sends a man in motion. Treese under pressure, throws this one away.
Intended for Burgess, incomplete.
Nice catch on the sidelines by that young lady right there.
And there was a flag on the play. It was a procedure penalty on Coalfield. Bobcats decline, 3rd and 10.
10 Yellow Jackets following the 37.
Looks like Oliver Springs in a too-high set.
A little pressure coming.
Treese looks, finds underneath.
First down.
First down, keeps the sticks moving, and crossing into Oliver Springs territory. Hammers 1st and 10 at the Bobcat 46.
Shot by Benton and Jackson.
And that is Eli Justice. Clock moving. Coalfield back up the line. Snap. Treese tries to set up the screen. It's incomplete.
They were all over it. They were all over it.
Pass intended for Eli Justice, incomplete. Backer defending.
And I got to be honest, I'm surprised there wasn't a flag right here. Not for much of that. Well, I don't know, some tanglement.
A little jubilation.
2nd and 10 Yellow Jackets.
2nd and 10.
Petulance.
Coalfield's got to go 46 yards in 43 seconds. 2 wideouts either side. Treese takes the snap. Straight drop. Under pressure. Rolls to his right. Tosses it out of bounds. Incomplete. 3rd and 10.
Carson Nivens on the pressure right there.
You see on the Chuck Fleischman replay.
Rolls right. Here comes Nivens. Didn't have anywhere to go with it. The Oliver Springs sideline over there. They're all hooping and going, ready to go here.
Ball on the 46.
The fence is lined. Standing room only. Packed house. 3 wideouts to the left. Treese takes the snap. Now he's going to have to roll to his right. He's got a man, and that pass is caught by Cruz Shannon.
Pass complete.
Yellow Jackets still alive. 26 seconds left.
They got it. Oh, timeout.
And Coach Napier is going to take a timeout. It'll be the Yellow Jackets' 2nd timeout.
Timeout, Yellow Jackets.
And this timeout brought to you by Patterson's Appliances. Home appliance financing available. Apply online at pattersonsappliances.com.
1952. That's the year Hammers opened the first store in East Tennessee. Now there are 5 stores, and there's always something new. Like in Hammers' popular ladies' boutique department, you'll find the lowest price possible on new arrivals every week. Find similar deals in the men's department and the expanded rug department. Plus, special purchases always offer surprise savings. You never know what you'll find next at Hammers.
Back to the OEB Law Game of the Week. 26 seconds remaining. Coalfield with a Hammers 1st and 10. Ball spotted at the 28-yard line on the right hash.
This one has been a well-played, hard-fought ball game on both sides.
2 wideouts either side. Coalfield's got to get into the end zone. Treese takes the shotgun snap. He's looking to his left, now over the middle, and he lets this one go towards Roberts, and that pass is incomplete. Almost picked off. In fact, the only person that really had a chance at it was Dakota Adkins.
Yeah. Wasn't a lot there. They had 7 in the back end. 4-man rush.
2nd and 10. Coalfield, plenty of time on the play clock. They want to make sure they get the right play call here. Treese takes a snap. Under pressure again. Treese lets this one fly up towards the corner of the end zone. That pass is incomplete.
8.9 seconds left.
Pass intended for Cruz Shannon, incomplete.
And again, Coalfield needs the end zone. Trying to find Cruz Shannon there. Had 2 defenders on him. Oliver Springs is doing a good job protecting the end zone.
Yeah, I think you got to shoot for the end zone. You get probably 2 more snaps here.
3rd and 10 from the 28.
Treese fakes it, rolls to his right, now throws it across his body, has a man there, that pass is incomplete. Time has run off the clock, but Coach Napier is trying to say we've got 1 more second left. And the official has none of it.
No, they're running off the field. This game's over.
It is a final. The Oliver Springs Bobcats come to Rochelle Field and knock off the Yellow Jackets by the exact same score that Coalfield beat Oliver Springs in the regular season.
Coalfield 13. The Yellow Jackets, thank you for your attendance to tonight's game.
And Coalfield's season will come to an end in the quarterfinals, and Oliver Springs will have a home game next week in the semifinals against what looks to be the South Pitt Pirates,
Who they opened the season with.
who they played in the first game of the season at South Pitt. So it's like they get a home and home.
Home and home, man. You don't get to see that a lot, but they will next week.
What a football game this was.
I'm wore out. I didn't even play. I just watched the thing. I'm wore out.
Oh, man. So Coalfield, a remarkable season. Only loss on the year was to a Sequatchie County team that was playing last week in the 3A playoffs. So a very solid Sequatchie County team. This game had everything that you would have wanted it to have, as we got a safety, we got a touchdown, we got a field goal, we got an extra point, and we got a 2-point conversion, which means we hit the cycle.
We hit for the cycle right there. We scored every way you can in this one.
And Coalfield, with just 7 seniors on this roster, one of those, I'm going to go ahead and put my editorial hat on and say I'm going to miss watching this young man play, Colton Henry.
Yeah, you know, he's a leader on this team. Big Daddy, as they call him. If you look at him, he ain't that big, but he plays big, right? And so that's what's important. And he will be missed around here. He will be missed.
And Colton won't remember this, but I was covering Coalfield in a playoff game. Would have been, gosh, I don't know, about 10 years ago. So he was a young guy. He would have been about 7 or 8 years old. And while his dad came up to the press box to talk to media, he sat outside the press box in the bleachers all alone. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to go sit and have a little conversation with Big Daddy. And I asked him what his name was because I didn't know. And he told me, he said, they call me Big Daddy. So it's not a new thing.
No, it ain't a new thing.
He's been that since he was a kid. And fine young man. So Coach Napier talking to his team. And it looked like Coach Napier told his boys that he let them down. And I you know, this was just a hard-fought football game.
It really is. You know, coaches need to give their players the credit, and then they take the blame. And that's a hallmark of a quality coach. And, you know, that's what Coach Napier is doing right there. He's not blaming his kids. He's saying, hey, we let you down. And so, you know, and as you have those conversations, the sun's going to come up tomorrow. We know that. One team moves forward. They get ready to host the Pirates of South Pittsburgh, who they know.
Yep.
And Coalfield, you know, for these seniors, this is the end of the line as far as football goes. So, you know, you hate to see that for seniors because that really always happens. But I think we're getting ready to dump a cooler. That's not really fair because Coach is crippled in that boot anyway, so he can't get away. Oh, he's allowing that to happen. I see what he's doing.
Last week, one of the things we talked about in pregame as Anderson County was getting ready to play Elizabeth, and we said Anderson County set itself up early with this tough schedule to help them be able to handle these playoff games against the Elizabethans of the world. And I think you can look at Oliver Springs and you can say the Bobcats did something very similar. They opened up the season by traveling to South Pittsburgh, and then in week 2 they played Kingston and put up a really good effort against a really good Kingston team, but still really got their butt kicked those first 2 weeks of the season. But you look at them now, and this team's one of the last 4 teams remaining in the state of Tennessee.
Yeah, you know, they're got to get ready to practice on Thanksgiving, do their walkthroughs. They've got to start making travel inquiries, you know, because if they win next week, they've got to have a plan to get to Chattanooga. And you surely don't want to do that on a school bus. You want to do that on a nice tour bus. And so, you know, they're in uncharted territory right now.
So I can go ahead and let you know that if you are an Oliver Springs fan, you don't think that you can make that game next week, well, we're going to try to do it. We have to get permission from the TSSAA. So Brad will put that request in tonight, and we'll try to follow this Bobcats team over there to DJ Britton Field.
Yeah, that'll be a dandy as well. The environment, the energy I expect for that will be just huge. That'll be just huge.
So we got some final scores rolling in. It looks like moving on with Oliver Springs and different classifications. Alcoa defeats Gatlinburg-Pittman tonight 31-7. York Institute gets by Hampton 56-13.
Gets by, yeah.
Yeah. Bradley Central up big on Bearden. That's about halfway through the fourth quarter. The Bears lead over the Bulldogs 35-14. That's a lot of B's. That's a lot. That's
there's a lot of B's.
Bearden Bulldog, Bradley Central Bears. The fourth quarter, West up on Powell. And Walker Valley advances over Clinton. Final score 24-20.
24-20, wow.
So it looks like right now Walker Valley will need to get ready to head down the road next week to Knoxville to face the West Rebels. So that's where we are there. You know, I briefly brought up the Oakland-Riverdale game. Riverdale beat Oakland in the regular season to win a region championship. At halftime, Oakland leads over Riverdale 49-0.
Did not see that one coming.
Yeah, so I'm not sure what happened in the regular season, but oh man, what a football game we had tonight between these two schools. A lot of passion out there and just a good quality football game.
Well, you had two teams that were playing for something important to them. And, you know, with when you're doing that, right, when you're fully invested, when you fully put yourself, your energy and your effort into something, losing hurts tremendously. And so, you know, it's really tough if you're on the Coalfield side of the equation. But Oliver Springs, you know, they've been knocking on that door for a while now, right? And they've been closing that margin down and closing that margin down. And they took a big step tonight. I talked about that in the pregame show, about taking that next step. And Coach Harper's guys have been able to do that. And it's not just his players, it's his assistant coaches, it's the equipment people, the managers, the supporters, the boosters. Everybody has got to come together to make that happen. And he's been able to marshal those things and get this to where it is.
So Oliver Springs next week will be making just its second appearance in the state football semifinals. And their only other appearance happened in 2011, where they had to play Friendship Christian and lost 39-6.
Friendship out in Lebanon, I think, is where Friendship Christian is. Pretty good tradition out there too.
Yeah. See, now they made it though that public schools don't have to play private schools
anymore.
And I wish that we could have had that before, because if you look at like Morgan County football, for instance, if you go back to 2004, this Coalfield team, coached by Coach Gary Chris, there were 4 teams left in the state in single A, and 3 of them were private schools.
Yeah.
And Coalfield was the only public school, and they got beat by Boyd Buchanan in the semis. And go back to the year that you all at Wartburg.
2010, yeah.
Yeah. You were put out also, ironically, by Boyd Buchanan.
Boyd Buchanan, yeah.
And then you see Coalfield, or Oliver Springs, in their only trip to the semifinals, they were eliminated by Friendship Christian. So, yeah, I wish that they had the public school, private school separation a lot earlier. I know that folks from around here, and I was a huge advocate for that. It's like, get them in their own league.
Yeah, let them play their own folks.
Like, you're adding a multiplier. If you're having to add a multiplier to try to make it fair, then you realize it's not fair.
Exactly.
So, but
I'll tell you my Boyd Buchanan story. In the 80s, Lookout Valley used to beat the whiz out of Boyd Buchanan. We enjoyed that game because it was one game we knew we could win. We'd play them for homecoming every time they came to our barnyard. We'd go over there and we would just pound the whiz out of them. Somewhere between the fall of 1982 and the fall of 2010, they got pretty daggum good. They got pretty daggum good. Wasn't the Boyd Buchanan I remember.
Oh, man. And I just wonder if there wasn't someone there, just a Boyd Buchanan fan in the stands. It was like, that's that Shoemaker guy. It took 28 years, but we finally got that revenge.
We got him. My senior year, I cracked ribs. Had some cracked ribs, separated cartilage in my ribs after that game. It was not pleasant. I don't have fond memories of that at all. But we did get the win.
So, speaking of getting the win, Oliver Springs gets this win over Coalfield. I'm going to be honest, I didn't think it was going to happen. And, Brian Langley he's the county executive of Morgan County, but a lot of people remember that he used to be a sports journalist for the local paper there, and he used to have a segment in the sports section called Langley's Losers, and I always wanted to participate in that, but I told him, I said, I don't want people mad at me for picking against them. And I said, so how do you deal with that? And he said, I just tell them to prove me wrong.
There you go.
And I was like, wow, that actually makes a lot of sense. That makes a lot of sense. So, Gary Rankin, who, of course, longtime Alcoa coach, left to coach Boyd Buchanan. They're going to a state championship game in just his second season.
Yeah.
At Boyd Buchanan. So
we knew that would happen.
But, I did not think that Oliver Springs was going to win this football game. In fact, I thought that Coalfield would win by a couple scores. And I'm going to admit that I was wrong. And this was a great effort by this Oliver Springs team. But I'm not a fan up here. I just want to see good football.
Right.
I don't care who wins. I just want to see a good football game. And that's what we got.
And people ask me this week, they said, what do you think? What do you think? What do you think? I said, if Coalfield can exploit the speed factor, because they are a much quicker team, if they can hit the passing game going on, I said, I think they'll be fine. I said, but if it rains like they're talking about, if it gets into a shoving match up front and just handing the ball off and things like that, I said, I think this Oliver Springs team has some potential. So,
and I think the wet field absolutely made a difference in this game. Who it benefited, I don't know. But you're talking about how you thought Coalfield was quicker and had more speed than Oliver Springs, but a wet field is a great neutralizer.
It sure is. It sure is. And a wet field will also tell on how good your running technique is, right? Am I overstriding? Am I not getting the right foot in the ground to make the cut? Am I leaning too far off center when I make those cuts? If you're not, if you're not chopping the feet, running the feet correctly, you're going to lose traction. You're going to slip. You're going to fall, and it's a great tell right there.
It is a final. The Green Devils in Anderson County season. Final score 28-17. So I thought I was wrong in a lot of these games. I thought Anderson County would win. I thought Clinton would win. And I thought Coalfield would win.
Yeah, I thought Clinton had a chance. One of the hardest things, though, is get those guys back down to earth after they beat Oak Ridge. And it sounded like they did early on, but Walker Valley obviously made some adjustments at the end and were able to secure the win right there.
Yeah, because Clinton did jump out early to a 14-0 lead over Walker Valley. And that game being against Oak Ridge, it just so happens that the team that you upset in the second round is also like one of your most bitter rivals. Right. So if that was another team, do you think Clinton would have to worry so much about coming down to earth?
No.
It was because it was Oak Ridge.
Yeah, it's because of who it was, and it was because they've not beaten Oak Ridge that many times in the history of that game. It's really hard to call that a rivalry, right? Because those rivalries usually are back and forth. But that one's pretty one-sided with the Wildcats.
And again, we're showing these sponsors that stepped up to help us be able to cover this game. We want to say a big thank you. You saw John Boy's Barbecue, Windrock Snack Shack right there. Chuck Frills, ASE GM, Master Tech certified. Head on down to his place in Oliver Springs, S&S Siding, Windows, and Service, Big Orange Tree Service with Mayor Jason Stiltner. Melissa Newberry, your hometown realtor, also as well. And then, of course, individual shout-outs go to David and Melody Rivers, Greg, Melanie Addington, Judy and Charlie Slack, Jackie, Dwight Maston, Paula and Don Goins, and Joan Kolick out of Owasso. I did it. I told you. I was going to.
You nailed it.
Yeah. Took just one time. So, we're going to wrap it up here. Stay tuned, though, because once again, we're going to have the free medical clinic Friday night scoreboard show.
I'll be there last night.
It'll be there last night tonight, so be able to call in. And so when it gets towards the end of the night, they're going to want to talk at that Tennessee-Georgia game, which I don't know that I'm looking very much forward to after that Missouri game. That Missouri game put me in a bad mood last week. I had a bad Saturday night, but anyway, wonderful game here. It was a lot of fun. Glad to be a part of it. Congratulations, Oliver Springs. Good luck next week in the semifinals against South Pittsburgh. Hopefully, we'll be there to cover that game. The request has already been sent to TWSAA. We'll let you know. Stay tuned to the Facebook page, BBB Communications. Find them. Of course, you probably already have. So, for Brad Jones, Dan Shoemaker, I'm Aaron Harvey. Good night, folks.
This holiday season, we invite you to join generations of families who have trusted Ray Varner Ford in Clinton as their car buying tradition. Let us fill your hearts with joy in your driveway with a new Ford, like this 2023 Ford Escape, $31,990. A 2024 Ford Edge all-wheel drive SEL, $41,980. 2023 Ford F-150, $35,654. Local you trust, a tradition you can afford. Ray Varner Ford, your East Tennessee Ford dealership.
Building a life is different for everyone because everyone is different. That's why State Farm is there. Contact local agent Vanessa Brown for your personal quote today.
Kathy Mae Martin has been making real estate dreams a reality for over 3 decades. Buying or selling real estate is one of the most important decisions you'll ever make. Choosing the right realtor is next. Thinking of buying or selling? Call Kathy Mae Martin at Coldwell Banker Jim Henry & Associates for all your real estate needs. Rest assured, with Kathy's knowledge and experience, you will be on the winning team.
Patterson's Appliances has been helping families like yours find quality home appliances from trusted brands including Whirlpool, Maytag, and KitchenAid for over 55 years. Our knowledgeable appliance specialists know how to outfit your kitchen or laundry room with the right appliances to meet your needs. We service what we sell with our own in-house factory-trained service technicians, and for the DIYers, our parts department is always ready to help customers find the appliance parts they need. Patterson's Home Appliances, because we care.
Free Medical Clinic of Oak Ridge presents New Year's Eve 2024 Countdown on Sunday, December 31st, 2023 at 9 p.m. to January 1st, 2024 at 1 a.m. Live band, food truck, hot air balloons, sponsored by Tennessee College of Applied Technology, Baird, the City of Oak Ridge, David Coffey, BBB Communication, and Holloway Event Company. Ball drop and fireworks. Come with your friends and family to count down the new year together. Don't miss it. Free to the public. For more information, go to fmcor.org.
At OEB Law, our home is your home, and your family is our family. And down here, family takes care of family. OEB Law feels like home.